92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Get your biggest refund guaranteed. Jackson Hewitt Tax Pros will help you find thousands worth of new tax credits so you can get every dollar you deserve. Learn more at jacksonhewitt.com.
And now, an important safety tip. When driving or thinking, always remember to stay to the right. A public service message from 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, Brad McDaniel here, the second generation of Kenmark Care. For the past 26 years, Kenmark Care has stood for good family morals and values taught to us by our father, Ken McDaniel. Kenmark Care is still dedicated to good, fair, and honest service, just like we've been for nearly 3 decades. So for family valued service, AC repair, maintenance, and replacement, call Kenmark Care, 239-389-COOL. That's 389-COOL. And tell them Brad asked you to call. Or visit us online at kenmarkair.com. License number CAC 057163.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hey, Dave, got your AC on?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, blowing hot over here.
Don't tell me.
Already told you.
But I fixed this myself last week.
You can fix air conditioning?
I have tools. I know things.
I know it's too hot in here.
Oh, my wife is gonna lose it.
Dave.
She thinks I'm handy. When she learns the truth,
Dave.
she'll wonder why she married me in the first place. Only a matter of time until she leaves me for someone with a bigger toolbox.
Dave, so what's the best case scenario?
Best case? Well, I make one call, someone comes and gets the AC running cold. My family thinks I did it myself.
That's best?
Well, sure, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have so many specialized technicians, they even have a tried-to-fix-the-AC-yourself expert.
Really?
Nobody needs to know how handy you really are.
GetBest.com. When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
Cool air. Now that's more like it.
Our little secret?
Our little secret.
Spend time and money on spring break and enjoying the outdoors and save on your insurance. Hi, this is Brian Chapman at Chapman Insurance Group. Now is the time for spring cleaning. Cleaning up your policies and finding savings where you can. If spring means a move, a new car, or new drivers hitting the road, then consider us for help reevaluating coverage and costs. At Chapman Insurance Group, we can save you money for the same or better insurance coverage. Visit CIGFlorida.com, Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda. CIGFlorida.com.
In the morning and at night, we're the station that gets it right. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
Responsibility to stop the fighting. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what Turkey's president told Russian and Ukrainian negotiators in Istanbul for the first talks in 2 weeks. And while Ukraine's president hails his military driving the Russians out of areas around the capital, Kyiv, other cities are in near ruins, like Mariupol, where thousands have died.
The mayor there says that half of the people have fled, but half still remain. And these are people who are having to find what little food they can cook over open flames because there isn't power. And they're also having to melt snow just to drink water. The mayor this week calling for a complete evacuation, solemnly announcing that the city is primarily in the hands of the occupiers.
Fox's Alex Hogan in Lviv. President Biden's clarified what he said Saturday in Poland, that Russian leader Vladimir Putin cannot remain in power.
I want to make it clear. I wasn't then, nor am I now, articulating a policy change. I was expressing the moral outrage that I feel, and I make no apologies.
The original comment did put partner nations on edge, not wanting to provoke Russia or feed their propaganda. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov responded, saying, quote, "This is a statement that is certainly alarming."
Fox's Alexandria Hoff. The House Committee investigating last year's Capitol riot has voted to recommend the full House hold two ex-Trump administration officials, Peter Navarro and Dan Scavino, in contempt of Congress for not cooperating. Democratic Committee Chairman Benny Thompson rejects their reason.
Executive privilege doesn't belong to just any White House official.
Will Smith has apologized to Chris Rock for slapping him during the Oscars Sunday night for a joke about his wife. Posting on Instagram, his behavior was
unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris.
Fox's Jackie Ibanez. Smith apologized on stage to the Academy afterward while accepting the Best Actor award. America's listening to Fox News.
From early morning to late at night, the station that gets it right is 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News, traffic.
If you're out on the roads in Lee County at this hour, tracking some fog in the areas of North Fort Myers, something to be aware of as visibility is low. I'm also seeing some slowdowns in North Fort Myers on 41, just north of Pine Island Road between Cavalier Court and Laurel Drive, headed northbound. Elsewhere on 41 in Fort Myers, seeing some slowdowns headed northbound across Daniels Parkway, speeds around 30 miles per hour. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
Record heat on the way for your Tuesday as highs will be climbing back into the lower 90s for most across Southwest Florida. After some patchy fog throughout this morning, lots of sunshine on tap for this afternoon with winds out of the northeast to southwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Dry and clear conditions persist as we head into this evening and tonight. Another mild start to the day for your Wednesday with a low near 65 degrees. We're back to 90 degrees for your Wednesday afternoon high, mostly sunny and breezy, where once again we'll get close to at least tying some records. Thursday keeping it warm with a stray shower back in the mix for our inland areas as the breeze continues to pick up ahead of a system that'll bring us the return of some isolated rain and thunderstorms for Friday and the weekend. I'm Wake News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
The news you need, the host you trust, getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, I'm Ty Laster, managing partner and CEO of Key City Capital. So why are we here in Southwest Florida? Well, at KCAP, our mission is to connect capital to wealth for all of our partners through passive real estate investments. And very simply, we generate and distribute double-digit returns for our investors by investing in single-family homes and apartments and unique alternative cash-flowing asset-backed investments.
Call us today at 239-330-2080 or check us out online today at kcap925.com.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready because it's time once again. This Friday, Oaks Farm Seed to Table, we do our first Friday live broadcast, and we love being out there and love seeing you there for the show, 6 to 9 a.m. They open up an hour earlier so that you can come in and enjoy some great breakfast and so much more. Maybe do some shopping while you're there as well. And you know how awesome Seed to Table is and what a great place it is to shop. We hope to see you there. Oaks Farm Seed to Table, our first Friday broadcast, 6 to 9 a.m. at the corner of Immokalee and Livingston Road in Naples. Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
How often have you heard from your wealth advisor over the last 6 months? Markets have moved up and down, and laws around retirement plans and inheritance have changed quickly. We've heard from too many people at other national financial firms that they've been contacted rarely or not at all. At the Naples Trust Company, our clients enjoy a one-on-one relationship with their investment and fiduciary team members, each of whom are locally based and meet regularly with clients for in-person or virtual visits. This personal touch is a trademark of the Trust Company. We make it a point to know you, your family members, and the goals that are most important to you. Are you ready for a better experience? Call us for an appointment at 239-774-4000 or visit NaplesTrustCompany.com to discover the difference.
A division of the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed.
Hello, Floridians. Today is a good day to do great things. Yes, like finally getting your closet organized. Or fixing your water heater so you can enjoy warm, steamy showers. Oh, yeah. Do something great today by calling Plumbing Today to take care of all your plumbing needs. Right now, get our 93 or free drain clearing and get the best from today.
Call today, Plumbing Today, plumbingtoday.biz.
Visit plumbingtoday.biz to book an appointment.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
So it's like a tale of two leaders. One is defiant. One is defiant in a different way. One says, everything that you see, everything you hear, everything you've been told is a lie, and the things that you see right in front of your face and what your eyes are looking at and what your ears are hearing is all a lie, and I'm telling you the truth. And the other one is like, that guy is crazy. Well, maybe not saying that, but the other one is someone who is like, listen, I know what's right. I know what the people of my state care about. And I know that anything you say and you want to do and the pressure campaigns and whatever you would like to put against what we've decided here in the state of Florida, yeah, you can go pound sand. And that would be the difference between the president of the United States, Joe Biden, and the governor of the free state of Florida, Ron DeSantis. There's a big difference going on right now, both making headlines, and we'll have the stories about each. It's remarkable. And I guess I'd love to know if it's working. Maybe I'll ask Jake the millennial, who has some friends. Jake's got some people that he knows that are millennials. And Jake, I'm about to ask you a question in just a second about, and I'll give you time to think about it. But do your friends hear Joe Biden as president of the United States talking about how he didn't say something when the video and the audio says he did say what he says he didn't say? Are your friends sitting and going, oh, yeah, he's right. He's right. Yeah, exactly what he says. It's fine. There's nothing to see here. I mean, do they agree with him? Is that what's happening? Like they think that because he says, no, that's not what I meant, or that's not what I said, that millennials look, or the Gen Zers or whatever it is now, and they're like, oh, yeah. It's exactly what I'm hearing and seeing is not true. It's whatever he says is the truth. It's his truth, not the truth.
We're talking about the same people who find excuses to not take responsibility for little things like anything that you can possibly imagine.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So,
like work, in some cases. Like
anything.
Like, why are we bothering? Like, why would I get out there and have a hard day's work when I could sit back and, well, I guess you can't blame them for that. I mean, if you're going to pay me to sit around and play video games all day, then it's hard for you to, I mean, obviously you like to believe that people are ambitious, but can you blame everybody for the cash when you get it? The stimmies and the like? Wanting more? Gas prices are too high. We got stimmies coming. You good with that? Jake is like, if I'm going to be honest with you, if there's a stimmy coming for gas, like everybody, there was a legislator that was saying everybody in the country should get $100 a month for gas because of how the price has gone up. We just need a stimmy. And Jake was like, hey, it's costing me a lot of money. So we'll get to all of that coming up. All right, 239-479-5592 is the Brett AC Talk and Text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com. The website, Steele has 3 E's. You could watch and subscribe to our channel on Rumble. Thank you so much for doing that. 2 important things to remember. Number 1 is Sean Spicer will be here in Southwest Florida. Hopefully you got your tickets, you picked them up. Sean Spicer will be at Silver Spot Cinema in Naples on Wednesday, April 20th, starting at 4:30 p.m. If you'd like to get tickets, you can go to rightallalong.net. You can go there now, or you can text the word Spicer, S-P-I-C-E-R. You can text the word Spicer to 239-479-5592, and we'll shoot you a link to where you can pick up your tickets right now. So don't wait, because then they end up selling out, and then you're upset that you didn't get them, and you know how that goes. So Sean Spicer, welcoming him to Southwest Florida. A meet and greet. Every ticket is an exclusive VIP meet and greet ticket, so that's pretty cool. So there you go. That. And also, something else we're going to talk about, our Friday at Oaks Farm Seed to Table is going to be pretty special, so that is coming up. All right, Joe Biden, yesterday. Again, how do you do this? You know, if you're trying to clean up after Joe Biden, it's tough enough to kind of clean up after a lot of things that he says. There are pretty remarkable things that he brings up, and you're like, does he not know? Does he know where he's at? This is just a little nugget of something that he talked about yesterday. If you don't know what was happening, yesterday he was making an announcement on the $5.8 trillion budget. Trillions now. So no more billions. Everything is trillions. And trying to make the case that, listen, we got a lot of money we got to spend. There's some things that are going on. There's some good things that are happening with the economy. The deficit is dropping, and we should be excited about this. I'm going to get into that in just a second, because are we really excited about a deficit that, upon the falling of a deficit, we're going to end up with a projected $1.4 trillion? Yeah, $1.4 trillion in a deficit. And everybody's like, hey, this is great. Are you insane? What do you mean great? Oh, well, it's going down. From 3.1 trillion to 1.4, and you think this is good? All right. So there's a lot of things he said yesterday. He was talking about everything that he's going to do to destroy the country. I mean, everything that we have to do as far as the budget that he is proposing, which you can imagine is ridiculous, except for some people where they think it's what you do.
This is what you do.
Yeah, if you're a Marxist communist socialist who thinks we should be more like Denmark, then clearly, and which is not even what Denmark is doing. Denmark is like, Marxism, no, not for us. But somehow there are people that think that if we do it the American way, then it's the only way you can do it. And this is how we can prove to everybody that it can be done. Yesterday, he was asked about, among other things, on whether Justice Clarence Thomas should recuse himself from certain cases. And the January 6th committee bringing this up. Well, listen to this for a second. Here, check this out.
There were reports about the wife of Justice Thomas
and texts that she had with former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows.
Hey, how did you get those texts? Oh, I remember how you got those texts. The January 6th committee, you know, this sham of Nancy Pelosi's where she's just absolutely laughing and hysterical. She puts this sham of a committee together, the January 6th committee that everybody knows is a joke, and they ask and are starting to subpoena all these people, and a lot of them were like pound sand, and Mark Meadows is like, yeah, I got nothing to hide. I'll help you. What do you want? You want some texts? All right, here you go. I'm sure that you will just look at these for investigative purposes, and nothing will get leaked to the media, says nobody ever. And then, of course, things do get leaked, and some of Ginny Thomas's, the wife of Clarence Thomas's, texts get released.
Should Justice Thomas recuse himself from any cases involving the January 6th insurrection or former President Trump at this point?
Okay, so let me stop for a second, and I'm going to start this audio again because I'm going to back up a little bit. The reason why Ginny Thomas right now is in the news and Clarence Thomas is, number one, it's Clarence Thomas. You understand that Clarence Thomas is the one person that conservatives appreciate and love on the Supreme Court more than anybody because he's the true constitutionalist, the true originalist. He's the one that everybody should be like and mirroring exactly what he's looking at and doing as far as a Supreme Court justice. And because we love and revere him as the best on the court, then that means the left hates him. So you get that. But Ginny Thomas is allowed to, as a human being, have her own personal opinions on some things that are going on, including January 6th, which was not an insurrection, and she believes that's the case, and she was texting back and forth with Mark Meadows about that, and the concerns about whether or not at a time when the country knows and is concerned about election integrity and what was happening, her concerns about the same thing that many Americans we would hope have. I'm pretty sure that if you're a Democrat, if you're an independent, you too care about election integrity. Well, of course, if it's a Democrat caring about election integrity, and it come to find out that a former president of the United States gets more votes than any other sitting president in history, and people really want him back, and you're like, oh no, we don't. And then some shady things happen, and there are people that are concerned about votes popping up. Oh, by the way, there's news about that. That as long as it swings your way and the Democrat gets into office, then maybe you don't care that much. Oh, but it's already been investigated. No. There's still a lot of questions, and they continue to come back. So, Ginny Thomas has an opinion. She's allowed to have that, and she's her own person. So, again, now that that's been framed here, listen.
There were reports about the wife of Justice Thomas and texts that she had with former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. Should Justice Thomas recuse himself from any cases involving the January 6th insurrection or former President Trump at this point?
I leave that to two entities.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, go ahead. Ask the second question.
No, two entities. Go ahead. Sorry.
One, the January 6th committee, and two, the Justice Department. That's their judgment, not mine to make.
That's their judgment. Yeah, so he would decide whether or not he is going to recuse himself based on the connection to a case. But the president says, going to leave it to the Justice Department and the January 6th committee to make that decision. But they don't make that decision. That's okay. No big deal. We move on from there. So some other things that were talked about yesterday. One of them was about, what was this? Is this Russia and Ukraine? No. Yeah, it was. Okay, so did people honestly think that when he was talking about regime change, when he specifically talked about, for gosh sakes, he's got to be out of power, we got to get him out of power, and those comments, what does he say about that?
Because it's ridiculous. Nobody believes we're going to take down. I was talking about taking down Putin. Nobody believes that.
No, nobody believed that. I believed it. Jake believed it. Jake barely even heard it, and he knew exactly what was going on. And he was like, "Did he just talk about getting rid of Putin and regime change?" It's like, yeah, that's just pretty much what he said. And the world is like, "Is that what he said?" Yeah, that's pretty much what he said. But Biden is nobody believes it. So either people believe the words that come out of Joe Biden's mouth as being the end-all, be-all. I mean, it's
True international effort to pressure.
right? Right? Either you believe what he says, or nobody believes the thing that he says when he says it until somebody comes along to explain what he said at that moment, which you're supposed to trust, but you can't trust him because he didn't really mean what he said, and nobody actually believes it because it takes an interpreter or somebody else. Do you see where I'm going with this? This is the kind of non-leadership leadership we have in the White House. These are the kind of situations that get us in trouble globally. Not because we care about making friends or anything to that sort. What we care about is being this close, my fingers are thinly spread apart, to, a world war that could possibly take place because a president of the United States says things that you're not supposed to take him seriously when he says it, and nobody knew what he meant, or nobody really thought that he meant what he said, but because he didn't mean it until somebody comes along and says he didn't mean it, and then you can say, oh, he didn't mean it, but he said it, and so I got my finger on the button, and I'm shaking it. Oh, he didn't mean it. Okay, great. Is that what you... Well, there are people that think that. All right. When we come back in just a couple of minutes, more audio that you have to hear. It's very important because, again, like we set up earlier, I don't know how many people can accept the fact that there's a president of the United States and an administration that is trying to convince you that what you saw and what you heard is not what you saw and what you heard. Again, just like we just described, but it's right there. It's on film or it's digitally, whatever, mastered, or I don't know how you want to put it. It's on your iPhone. It's on your... Okay. It's out there. You can hear it and see it for yourself. And there are people that are waiting for the explanation, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So we'll get to some of that coming up. The leader, if you will, leadership shown by the governor of the state of Florida, who signed into law the... Oh, no, it's the Don't Say Gay bill, everybody. Oh. Doesn't exist. There is no Don't Say Gay bill. But you now have woke corporations like Disney who have decided to get into the fray, and they've decided that this is the hill that they want to battle on. Plant that flag. And you can imagine what kind of flag it is. So we'll talk about that coming up as well. All right, a very, very important reminder. I hope that you will consider being with us on Friday. We're going to be at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. It's our first Friday of the month. We're there every first Friday. Get there early. They open up an hour early at 6 a.m. Grab some coffee, some breakfast, hang out with us. We do the show live. It's always a lot of fun. But this Friday is very, very special. If you heard yesterday, we have not one but two World War II heroes turning 100 years of age, and they are both going to join us. We have kind of like a surprise birthday party that I thought we would do, and so they're going to show up later in the broadcast. But if you would get there early and just get your organization, get your community together. If you've ever been to, for example, an honor flight and the return home, and the experience of welcoming our heroes home from the opportunity to go to Washington, D.C., and to see their memorials and the wars that they fought in, whether it was World War II or Korea or Vietnam, and making their way home, how special that is and how long it's been since we've had the opportunity to thank our heroes, to shake the hand of history. And the fact that there are two people turning 100 years of age and they will both be joining us, surprise to them that it's going to be a special morning, and I just can't wait. And so I humbly ask that maybe you would show up, be there, get there around 7 a.m., get a little earlier, because the plan is to get them there at 8. And you can be there, which is to welcome them and wish them a happy birthday, and just, again, heroes among us getting ready to turn 100 years of age, two World War II veterans. What a special morning it's going to be. So hopefully you'll make plans to be there at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road this Friday for our first Friday broadcast. It's going to be a lot of fun with Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Right.
This
all
Fox
along.
Business Report is presented by the Darda Real Estate Group at dardagroup.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report. Just hours after the big slap at the Oscars, tickets for Chris Rock's comedy tour soar. Ticket Club says prices for Wednesday's show in Boston are going for a minimum of $441. Actor Will Smith slapped Rock for making a joke about Smith's wife. Tesla founder Elon Musk identifies what he views as the 3 biggest existential threats to humanity. He told the German digital site Axel Springer, number 1 on his list is declining global birth rates, followed by artificial intelligence going wrong and the rise of religious extremism. Stocks shook off a slump yesterday and ended higher as crude prices fell sharply. The Dow rose 94 points, the Nasdaq up 185. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report. Invested in you.
Run, walk, honor. The Tunnel to Towers 5K Run and Walk in New York City retraces FDNY firefighter Stephen Siller's final footsteps on 9/11. That single event has inspired more than 70 runs, walks, and climbs in different cities across the nation each year. Register for an event in your area or volunteer to start one. Do good and never forget by donating $11 a month at T2T.org. That's T, the number 2, T.
Are you ready to list your home for sale? What if you could receive a guaranteed offer on your home with no showings, no open houses, and no stress? Contact the Darda Group at dartagroup.com to learn about their guaranteed offer. The Darda Group has 30 years of experience and consistently ranks in the top 3% of real estate agents in Lee County. Find out if your home qualifies for a guaranteed offer and how you may receive an offer in as little as 24 hours and close escrow in as little as 21 days. No home prep, no showings, no open houses. You control when your home is sold and when you move. Learn more about this elite real estate team and the guaranteed offer at dartagroup.com. Don't wait. Schedule an appointment at dartagroup.com. That's dartagroup.com. A Compass Realty broker.
Yikes! $100? Paying that much is just a pain in the gas. Get to the gas payoff event at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. Through Monday, buy a new Nissan and we'll pay for your fuel. Not just a tank, not just for a month, but for an entire year, your gas bill is on us. Plus, trade in your gas guzzler to a fuel-efficient new Nissan or a certified pre-owned Nissan. Sutherland Nissan has tons of models that get over 30 miles per gallon. As the #1 certified pre-owned dealer, you'll find the vehicle you're looking for and pay thousands less. And through Monday only, buy a new Nissan and pay $0 for gas for the next year. Save when you buy, save on the road, and save on gas. Don't miss the gas payoff event through Monday only at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral, your used car megastore. Online at flnissan.com. If you don't shop Sutherland, you'll pay too much.
See dealer for details.
Hey guys, it's health and fitness expert Robbie Raw. You've heard how much I love my arch supports from the Good Feet store. Now I want you to hear from someone else who's taken my advice.
Hi, I'm Dr. Julie Caton. I have always enjoyed walking, but have had severe pain in my leg and ankle. I heard about the Good Feet store from Robbie and decided to get my own arch supports. I was pleasantly surprised to discover their 3-step support system, which fits in all of my different shoes. I absolutely love them. And now I'm back to enjoying my nature walks, my dog walks, and any form of exercise. I thank Robbie for her advice and the Good Feet store for giving me my active life back.
Friends, if you have knee, hip, or back pain, don't wait. Visit the Good Feet store and take back your life. You know, what you do today will affect the quality of your life later. And nothing changes if nothing changes. Decide today to live your best life. You are worth it, and that's the raw truth.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at gooddealsappliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Don't sweat. Call bread.
Wow, the last 50 years at Bread Air have flown by.
50 years ago, Naples was a small town.
It sure was, only one stoplight from Naples Park to the high school.
Where was Bread AC then?
Dad ran the business from our garage, Mom answered phones, and then we moved from the garage to a building on 41 by Park Shore.
I'm grateful Grandpa Brett started Bread Air Conditioning, and you and Mom grew it these past 50 years.
Me too. 3 generations of Bretts working in the business. One day the 4th generation will be taking over.
It's been an honor being a part of Bread Air Conditioning. Proud to say we've never been bought out or sold. Same Brett family. Not many local AC companies can say that.
I believe it's the principles we built Bread Air Conditioning on, and that's why we'll be around for another 50 years.
Don't sweat, call Brett.
License number CAC 1819995.
Alda's Diner in Naples makes everything from scratch with daily homemade specials for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Enjoy big portions of your favorite comfort foods, from steak and eggs or pancakes for breakfast to fantastic salads or their famous Donald J. Burger for lunch or dinner. And don't forget about Alda's extensive bar menu with drink specials for the perfect start to your evening. Make Alda's your go-to spot. They're on the corner of Vanderbilt Beach Road and 951 in Naples. Alda's Diner. There's no place like it.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. Our team is expanding as we grow, and we're looking for a few good people. We're taking applications right now for air conditioning installers, air conditioning helpers, the service mechanic department, our sales team, and we have a few spots open in our apprentice program, where we will take a novice person with no training, put them with a supervisor for a 6-month training program. This will require a commitment to the company. So if you feel you could be one of the best, apply in person at 4697 Elevation Way in Fort Myers. We're just off Martin Luther King Boulevard in the Benchmark Industrial Park. You can call us at 239-482-1542 for directions. If you want to be one of the best, come join us at Kobe Cooling. License CACO 57313.
Wink News Traffic.
If you're out on the roads in Lee County at this hour, tracking some fog in the areas of North Fort Myers, something to be aware of as visibility is low. I'm also seeing some slowdowns in North Fort Myers on 41, just north of Pine Island Road between Cavalier Court and Laurel Drive, headed northbound. Elsewhere on 41 in Fort Myers, seeing some slowdowns headed northbound across Daniels Parkway, speeds around 30 miles per hour. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
Record heat on the way for your Tuesday as highs will be climbing back into the lower 90s for most across Southwest Florida. After some patchy fog throughout this morning, lots of sunshine on tap for this afternoon with winds out of the northeast to southwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Dry and clear conditions persist as we head into this evening and tonight. Another mild start to the day for your Wednesday with a low near 65 degrees. We're back to 90 degrees for your Wednesday afternoon high, mostly sunny and breezy, where once again we'll get close to at least tying some records. Thursday keeping it warm with a stray shower back in the mix for our inland areas as the breeze continues to pick up ahead of a system that'll bring us the return of some isolated rain and thunderstorms for Friday and the weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, I'm Soren Christensen with Advanced Wealth Advisors. Are you worried about higher taxes now and in the future? Are you looking for opportunities to reduce your taxes and increase your income? I'm a certified financial planner professional with training in investment, retirement, and tax planning. I'll work with you to ensure your financial plan is maximizing all tax reduction opportunities. Visit awadvisors.com to request a consultation and to see the Advanced Wealth Advisors difference. That's awadvisors.com.
Check this out, Southwest Florida. We're happy to announce you can still get the original MSRP for your trade-in, but only at Naples Nissan. If your trade-in is a 2013 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it, regardless of brand or where you bought it, Naples Nissan will pay you the full original base MSRP for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Yes, that means whatever your car was worth when it was new, even if you didn't buy it new, that's exactly what it will be worth right now. But only here at Naples Nissan. We've got hundreds of new and like-new low-mileage pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Now is the time for you to make that upgrade. To get full details on how you can get the full original base MSRP for your trade-in, Come see us at Naples Nissan here on Pine Ridge Road or visit naplesnissan.com today. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
With patriotsoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur. I started my first business in the basement of a factory over 30 years ago. We had no heat and no air conditioning. Instead of customers, our office visitors were rats, birds, flies, and snakes. Our office flooded often and we used blankets as our office walls. We were broke and needed customers. Years later, I formed my fifth successful business, Patriot Software, which has attracted tens of thousands of customers with our easy accounting and payroll software used by accountants and non-accountants alike. Go to patriotsoftware.com, use promo code RADIO, and get 2 months of accounting and payroll software free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
Accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Hi, I'm Stuart Duncan here at Duncan's Diamonds. Did you know that people drive from all over Southwest Florida to save money on diamonds? We have thousands of diamonds in all shapes, all sizes, half carat to 10 carat. Here's Sherilyn to tell you more.
Because we are direct diamond importers, we own one of the largest selections of amazing diamonds here in the United States. Duncan's Diamonds handpicks diamonds from diamond cutters all over the world to ensure you get the best. Also view one of the best previously enjoyed Rolex collections in Southwest Florida. The best selection of the best possible prices.
We want you to find that diamond or previously enjoyed Rolex that you really, really love and save. Come to Duncan's Diamonds today and leave confident you will receive the highest quality at the best possible price.
Duncan's Diamonds. 3 great locations in Fort Myers on US 41 and the Gulf Coast Town Center and Naples at Mercado.
File in a way that fits you to get the refund you deserve. Jackson Hewitt Tax Pros can help you discover thousands worth of new tax credits, so you get every dollar you deserve. Learn more at jacksonhewitt.com.
Experience really does matter. Hi, this is Vincent Napoleon. We're currently experiencing a very different real estate market. Is this a bubble? Is it going to last? Should I sell now or should I buy now? With over 30 years of living and working right here in Collier County, I know I can help guide you through. If you're currently thinking about selling your home or buying a home, please reach out to me today. Recognized by the Wall Street Journal and Real Trends magazine as one of the nation's top performing agents with a #1 firm, Coldwell Banker. You know, it costs you nothing to meet with me, but will cost you thousands not to. Please go to thatradioad.com, again, thatradioad.com, or feel free to email me at thatradioad@gmail.com, thatradioad@gmail.com. Vincent Napoleon, thank you.
Liberals suck. That's why we have Clay and Buck. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Today, noon to 3 on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
We will continue to recognize that in the state of Florida, parents have a fundamental role in the education, healthcare, and well-being of their children. We will not move from that. I don't care what corporate media outlets say. I don't care what Hollywood says. I don't care what big corporations say. Here I stand. I'm not backing down.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Here he stands. He's not backing down. There's Governor Ron DeSantis, who signed the Parental Rights and Education Bill into law, and it is not called the Don't Say Gay bill. Of course, you've got some, I use the word morons that are saying things like that, but that's really not kind, Jake. You can't call someone who either has read the bill and decided to run with a narrative, even though that's not what the bill says, or somebody who's never read the bill and is running with what everybody else is saying because they hate Governor Ron DeSantis and they hate conservatives and Republicans and they hate the state of Florida and everything else. You can't call them morons because that's not... Actually, you can. You really can. You're really humiliating yourself, and it's an embarrassment, and you're an embarrassment, and you should stop. All right, let me start again, because there's kids listening. Kids, they're not an embarrassment. They're making fools of themselves. It's like, What's a good example? Would it be if you've decided for some reason that bell bottoms are back? Are they back? Because I don't know. I don't follow. If you look at me, you can tell I don't follow the fashion trends necessarily. So is that bad? Saying that bell bottoms are? I don't know. Okay, we'll leave the bell bottoms out of it because they may be. I don't know. I haven't seen Jake's jeans yet. So are you wearing bell? Did anybody you know ever wear bell bottoms? Do you even know what I'm talking about when I say bell bottoms?
Yeah, your little parachute pants.
No, they're not parachute pants. They're the pants that if you wore a regular pair of jeans and then down at the bottom you had this big, they just flare out. It's just
not coming back.
Yeah, okay. All right, so he signs the bill into law, and why is it that why is it that Disney wants to die on this hill? Why are they fighting? Why are there individuals that are fighting? We're going to get into those details coming up in just a bit, but they really are pushing back. And why have they made this conscious decision to push so hard against this? Because you have there's two answers, like I described. Either you've never read it and you're just being foolish because you should take the time to read the bill, or you've already read it and you're upset that we have parents and a state that says you can't teach sexuality and gender identity pre-K to third grade. Well, Disney Company put out a statement and said, quote, Florida's HB 1557, also known as the Don't Say Gay bill. That's it. I'm out. Good night, everybody. Have a good day. Good night, everybody. Give me the music. All right, here we go. Good night. Oh, good night, everybody. Have a great night. Tip your waiters and waitresses, and take care of yourselves. Drive safe. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody. That's it. I'm out. Dude. I'm saying this is how upset I am. I'm using the word dude. Your opening statement before a comma and before the end of a first sentence of your statement is Florida HB 1557, also known as the Don't Say Gay bill. It's not the Don't Say Gay bill, and yet you're... Okay, so we see where you're going. Should never have been passed and should never have been signed into law. Why? Why not? Our goal as a company is for the law to be repealed by the legislature or struck down in the courts. Why would they? And we remain committed to supporting the national and state organizations working to achieve that. We're dedicated to standing up for the rights and safety of LGBTQ plus members of the Disney family, as well as the LGBTQ plus community in Florida and across the country. How is it making them unsafe? Seriously, how does not telling a child pre-K, 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old, 4 years old, maybe not 4. Why is that? Why is it unsafe to not talk about that in a classroom? Teaching that in a class? We got to do better than this. You got to come up with more than this. And a very tough decision for a lot of people is at hand. And people don't necessarily want to talk about this. And we'll get into more detail on this coming up later on this morning. The facts are pretty simple. You know, Disney has taken a stance as a company. By the way, can I ask this question before I get to my point? Jake the Millennial, I'll ask you. Maybe you know or don't know. Has any other theme parks or any other organizations talked about this? I'm just thinking of the state. Has Legoland taken a position on this? Has Universal Studios taken a position on this? Has SeaWorld taken a position on this? Has anybody else taken a position on this except Disney? I'm just thinking of the theme parks. And have they come out and said anything about this?
Nope, just Disney.
Have they walked at all, or
Disney and the Oscars?
I don't know why. I'm just asking, I guess. Like, why Disney and nobody else? Like, why is it that you're so set on making sure that in K through third grade, that children have got to be taught about sex and gender theory, and then not tell parents? Oh, you forgot about that part. Hey, all right. I was going to go to the Biden audio, and I'll get to that in just a second. But before you say anything, let's be reminded of something that's kind of important. So here is a mom who was there yesterday with Governor DeSantis when he signed the bill and then made the statement, listen, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not striking this down. I'm not going to repeal this. I'm not going to pressure anybody. We're doing this. And let's be reminded of that part of it, hiding it from parents. One parent who was there said this.
In September of 2020, my daughter told me after school she had a meeting with school officials that was held behind closed doors where they asked her which restroom she wanted to use. I immediately contacted the school and was told by the guidance counselor and assistant principal that I could not be given any information regarding the meeting and that by law, my daughter had to be the one to authorize my notification of the meeting or attendance to the meeting. In other words, school officials asked my 13-year-old child her permission as to whether or not my parental rights would be honored.
Anybody, you following this? You following this?
After many weeks of going back and forth with the district, we learned the middle school had created a transgender, gender nonconforming support plan with our 13-year-old daughter without our knowledge or consent. The plan was a 6-page document completed with my daughter behind closed doors with 3 school officials that included the guidance counselor, the assistant principal, and a social worker I had never met.
So I'm just trying to understand why you're standing on this hill and you're planting a flag and you're fighting this. Like, why is this the battle that you want to fight? That you all think that this is okay on the other side? I mean, you don't, but there are other people that do.
During the meeting, they asked her questions that could have significantly impacted her safety and her physical and emotional well-being, such as which restroom she preferred to use and which sex she preferred to room with on overnight field trips. The plan also directed school staff to use my daughter's birth name when speaking to us, her parents, and to use a different name in school with teachers, staff, and students.
Anyone? Okay. There's more, and we'll play it later. But Trey, that's not happening here. It's happening in other places. I mean, it would never happen in Southwest Florida. You sure about that? I think we recently had a transgender bathroom issue here in Southwest Florida and with the school board and people showing up at school board meetings. And just saying that if you think it's not going to happen here, you sure about that? You sure nothing like this is happening behind the scenes? You sure there aren't people who are deciding for themselves, like she's describing, that, your parents will never understand, but we love you and we care about you. Yeah, that's not your decision to make. Parents should be told. But you know all of this. And so the battle then becomes, what do you do about it? Well, the first thing you do about it is you wipe a clean slate and you elect people to a school board that have your values and understand where this state stands and most of the country stands and how these are the kind of things that we are not going to accept, and it's not going to happen in our school districts, and we are going to make a change, and we are going to elect people that get this, and we're going to vet every single person that's running for a school board. And the second thing is, when it comes to certain companies that are willing to fight you, you're going to have to make a very tough decision. Whether or not you're going to give them your hard-earned dollars to continue what it is that they're doing, which is fighting against you. It's tough, and I'm not saying it isn't hard, but it really is something you have to contemplate in some way, shape, or form, whether that's cutting down or whether it's eliminating or doing something. You've got to make that decision, and I'm not saying it's not hard, because it is. That's how you fight back, because the more money they have, the more money that they are used to lawyer up and remaining committed to supporting the national and state organizations working to achieve that. How do you suppose they're going to commit to supporting them? Supporting them in what way? Just with big, bold statements of support, or is it with dollars that come from you? It's tough, I know. All right, Jake, let's take a break. But before we do, let me remind you again, a big day on Friday. Please, if you have the opportunity to show up at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road, it's our first Fridays of the month. We do the show live from 6 to 9 a.m. This Friday is going to be special. It's a surprise birthday for not one, but two World War II veterans that are going to be there. We're going to surprise them with some cake and just with friends, with the community who really do understand who true heroes are. Living, breathing heroes that walk among us, and we can shake their hands and thank them for not only their service, but for so much more. And 100 years old. Can you imagine that? Two, not one, but two right here in Southwest Florida. It's remarkable. And so we're throwing this little surprise party. It's just us getting together. I mean, that's really what it is. It's about the community coming together, and they'll show up at about 8 o'clock, and then we'll all be able to say surprise and shake their hand, and it's just going to be emotional and fun, and I hope that you will consider showing up at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road on Friday morning for not only our broadcast, but for this very special surprise birthday. It's going to be great. All right, let's take a break. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News right all along. Traffic. Here's Taylor Wirtz.
Tracking major slowdowns in Cape Coral due to a police presence pretty much from Southeast 16th Terrace on Del Prado all the way till you head south and hit Veterans is where you're going to see those slowdowns. Cape Coral police are on scene and they have a large portion of Del Prado blocked off, so you're going to want to avoid the area or take an alternate route. Also watching a hit-and-run crash in Fort Myers off of 75 on Daniels Parkway, causing some westbound delays on Daniels as you head towards the interstate. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
We're heading into a day of record heat for your Tuesday. Lots of sunshine today after some patchy fog that we've been dealing with this morning lifts out of the area. Look for temperatures right back up into lower 90s for many of us across Southwest Florida. We keep it the clear skies we head into this evening, mostly clear overnight. 65 waking up in your Wednesday morning for your overnight low. We're back to 90 degrees for your Wednesday afternoon with a mostly sunny sky. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
You know of Food and Thought as your local organic market, but did you know we're so much more? Our organic cafe serves delicious breakfast, lunch, and dinner with live music on the weekends. Get fresh juices, smoothies, and organic coffee at our newly renovated Juice and Coffee Bar. We even have awesome sustainable clothes and accessories at Thoughtful Threads. Why? Because we know it's a lifestyle. Food and Thought, more than a grocery store.
Food and Thought. Smart homeowners know that proper maintenance of their home's AC can save a bundle in the long run. Trust our comfort specialists at 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating to keep your AC running strong. A proactive tune-up can actually help your AC run more efficiently and save you money on your electric bill. Call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com. Always on time or you don't pay a dime. Always on time or you don't pay a dime. Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Hey guys, it's Robbie Raw. You've heard how much I love my art supports from the Good Feed store. Now I want you to hear from someone else.
Hi, I'm Dr. Julie Caton. I decided to get my own art supports, and I absolutely love them.
Visit the Good Feed store and take back your life.
I'm Harvey Massey. At Massey Services, we know every lawn is unique and requires customized care. That's why our environmental approach includes aeration, which allows water and nutrients to reach the roots of your lawn, as well as an irrigation program which ensures proper coverage and reduces water waste. With Massey's Green Up program, you'll enjoy a healthy and a beautiful lawn year-round. That's Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
Hey, it's Tim Cooper with Health Plan Network. Did you go with an Affordable Care Act plan or maybe a medical sharing plan? Either way, you have to spend thousands of dollars before they pay for anything, and your doctor might not even take it. The good news is you're not stuck with it. My Freedom of Choice health insurance plan is available now to those who qualify. It puts most of your coverage up front, where you only meet a deductible if you go into a hospital. You pick your doctors, and it's 30 to 60% less cost than Obamacare. So if you pay for your own health insurance, you're uninsured, you're on COBRA, or your employer coverage is just too expensive, call me, Tim Cooper, at 239-268-6712. That's 239-268-6712, 239-268-6712, or go to healthplannetwork.net. That's healthplannetwork.net, and we can custom design a plan managed by you, not the government.
You already know that Genesis produces some of the most luxurious cars and SUVs in the world. But did you know that Genesis of Naples is the world's #1 largest volume Genesis dealer? Hi, I'm Sheila Zellers, owner of Genesis of Naples, and we're #1 because we make sure you have a luxurious buying experience. Yes, my staff and I are honored to help our customers get into a new Genesis with our large volume of incoming inventory, like Motor Trend's 2022 SUV of the Year, the all-new GV70, or the hot midsize GV80, plus the G70, G80, G90 luxury sedans. Come see why the Genesis G80 ranked #1 in initial quality among upper midsize premium cars by J.D. Power. As the world's largest dealer, we receive the largest share incoming models. So let us help you reserve yours. We're taking pre-orders now, so come in and select your dream Genesis. Visit Genesis of Naples on Airport Road today.
Based on 2021 retail sales volume GMA. For JD Power 2021 U.S. award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Uh-oh. Richard! Oh, wow. Wow, indeed. The old hitch slap. Even Kanye was like, you went on stage and did what at an award show?
Yep, in just a split second, the Oscars went from Oscar de la Renta to Oscar de la Hoya, you know? Everyone in the audience looked shocked, and for once it wasn't from the Botox.
Assaulting Chris Rock and then winning the Oscar, it's like storming out of the house after breaking up with your girlfriend, then coming back in because you forgot your keys, you know? The Academy seriously discussed having Will Smith removed from the theater, but instead, they decided to let him give the longest Best Actor speech in history. Which, of course, it was the longest Best Actor speech in history. They weren't going to play him off. You'd have beat the crap out of everybody in the band.
All right, whatever. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. And that's all I want to talk about this morning. Will Smith supposedly apologized to Chris Rock, which, okay, believe it or not, whatever you want to say. I guess the DA there in LA can press charges if they want to, even without Chris Rock, because by law they can do that. You think that's going to happen? No. This is going to be a non-story in a 3-2. Okay, it's a non-story. Oh, and by the way, just to add a little bit of fuel to the fire, comes a TikTok video of Jada Pinkett, who said that just days before the Oscars,
I don't give two craps what people feel about this bald head of mine, because guess what? I love it.
Okay, well, apparently she does give two of those things that she described, because, well, somebody does. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she should have. Well, anyway. So that's it. Okay, we're done. That's it. Nothing else. Right, Jake? Jake's with me. That's it. There's nothing else to talk about. We got there's the Will Smith, the slap, and the thing, and Chris Rock is now selling tickets for like $440 per ticket for his shows. Is skyrocketing. Like, you can't get enough of Chris Rock, and you make the decision as to whether or not you think this was something that should have happened or shouldn't have happened. There you go.
It was fake.
You
guys
still
all
think
fell for it.
You still
Even
think it
you,
was
Drew.
okay? I care this much about it. I'm ready to move on. I thought the jokes were funny from last night on him, so I played the jokes. I played this little snippet of this TikTok dealio. See, I said dealio. See, like the kids say, dealio, right? Isn't that what the kids say?
They might be confused by that term.
239-479-5592. When we come back, here's another thing that we have to talk about, because if it's not on the headlines, doesn't mean that it's not happening. That would be our southern border. We have an absolute 100% crisis along the southern border. It's not stopping. And the Federation for American Immigration Reform is always on top of it. So we are going to speak to them about this. The latest numbers are... You're just not going to believe some of the things that you're going to hear coming up. So we'll get to that. More Joe Biden audio, because he says that what I said I didn't actually say. And even though it's on tape and you can hear me say it and watch me saying it, I didn't really say what I said. So stop pressuring me about what I said, because I didn't say it. No, I'm not kidding. You'll hear that coming up as well.
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
You'd think an Army veteran with a military career including multiple combat deployments throughout the Middle East would be a great American. And you'd be right. But Joe Vanderbosch also happens to be a great dentist. An Army veteran of 8 years, Dr. Joe now makes his home in Southwest Florida, where his wife Sarah grew up.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch, Freedom Dental on Metro Parkway in Fort Myers. In the Army, I received extra training in order to provide dental care in virtually any condition. That's why I can manage many dental treatments without the need to refer to a specialist. I served my country proudly for 8 years. Now I want to serve you in your dental needs. Special discounts for former and active military without dental insurance.
Dr. Vanderbosch provides emergency care and is now accepting new patients for cleaning, extractions, crowns, implants, and more. Find them online at freedomdentalfortmyers.com. That's freedomdentalfortmyers.com. Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch. Go to freedomdentalfortmyers.com.
That moment when you realize you have a serious air conditioner issue. A real strip down to your skivvies, no one's sleeping tonight, head in the freezer fail party. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you cool with $50 off any repair.
Wanna chill? There's an expert for that.
Call Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
It's not often a 25-year-old exceeds everyone's expectations. But FGCU has done just that in our first 25 years. Remember the thrill of Dunk City? The rise of WGCU? Being recognized as a top entrepreneurship program? The impact of our water school? If we can build the strongest Southwest Florida in just 25 years, imagine what we'll do with 25 more.
Calling out political theft by the left. 92.5 WFSX Estero, Fox News. Right all along.
He's sorry. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, but this time Will Smith is saying that online to Chris Rock directly for this.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the out of me.
That was on ABC Sunday night. He also threw some F-bombs yelling at Chris Rock from the crowd. So in an Instagram post, Smith apologized to him, calling his behavior unacceptable and inexcusable. Fox's Tanya J. Powers has more live.
Dave, Sunday night's incident will be the topic of discussion at that formal review and full meeting of the Academy's Board of Governors, which has been called for tomorrow evening. The Hollywood Reporter says there's usually a post-Oscars board meeting to talk about the ceremony and address issues that came up during the show, but that it's not usually held this soon after the ceremony. They say some kind of sanction of Smith is likely. Some Academy members are calling for his membership to be suspended, while others want his Best Actor Oscar to be revoked. Dave.
Tanya, for the first time in 2 weeks, talks between the Russians and Ukrainians, this time in Turkey, on day 34 of the Russian invasion.
As the struggle continues for control of key towns across the country, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky last night celebrating one Ukrainian victory.
Our defenders are advancing in the Kyiv region, regaining control over Ukrainian territory. Irpin was liberated. Well done.
The mayor of Irpin says that it is still not safe for residents to return and that Russian attacks are not over.
Fox's Alex Hogan in Lviv. President Biden's clarifying when he said Saturday that Russian leader Vladimir Putin cannot remain in power. He said he was just being emotional, that it was moral outrage.
Nobody believes we're going to take down. I was talking about taking down Putin.
Republicans were critical, saying it sent the wrong message. Russia called it alarming. The Democratic-led House committee investigating last year's Capitol riot has voted to ask the full House to hold two Trump White House officials, Peter Navarro and Dan Scavino, in contempt of Congress for not cooperating, rejecting their executive privilege claim. America's listening to Fox News.
This Fox News update is presented by Freedom Dental of Fort Myers. Online at freedomdentalftmyers.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Cape Coral police are on the scene of a crash on Del Prado Boulevard South and Veterans Parkway. Del Prado southbound directions, all those lanes are shut down at that intersection. In the northbound lane, we have one lane of traffic that is squeezing by pretty much from Coral Point Drive as you head south until you hit Veterans is where you're going to see all those slowdowns and delays. Avoid that area if you can. 75 seeing some slowdowns headed southbound past the Alico Road exit per usual this time of day. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
Record heat on the way for your Tuesday as highs will be climbing back into the lower 90s for most across southwest Florida. After some patchy fog throughout this morning, lots of sunshine on tap for this afternoon with winds out of the northeast to southwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Dry and clear conditions persist as we head into this evening and tonight. Another mild start to the day for your Wednesday with a low near 65 degrees. We're back to 90 degrees for your Wednesday afternoon high, mostly sunny and breezy, where once again we'll get close to at least tying some records. Thursday keeping it warm with a stray shower back in the mix for our inland areas as the breeze continues to pick up ahead of a system that'll bring us the return of some isolated rain and thunderstorms for Friday and the weekend. I'm Wake News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Does 92.5 Fox News have a live stream? You bet. Go to rightallalong.net.
Experience really does matter. Hi, this is Vincent Napoleon. We're currently experiencing a very different real estate market. Is this a bubble? Is it going to last? Should I sell now or should I buy now? With over 30 years of living and working right here in Collier County, I know I can help guide you through. If you're currently thinking about selling your home or buying a home, please reach out to me today. Recognized by the Wall Street Journal and Real Trends magazine as one of the nation's top performing agents with a #1 firm, Coldwell Banker. You know, it costs you nothing to meet with me, but will cost you thousands not to. Please go to thatradioed.com, again, thatradioed.com, or feel free to email me at thatradioed@gmail.com, thatradioed@gmail.com. Vincent Napoleon, thank you.
Hey, it's Drew Steele talking about my friends at AMCO of Bonita Springs, 992-2626. That's 992-2626. Whatever is going on with your vehicle, they will fix it and fix it right. They are a great conservative business. And I can tell you they have a great local reputation for doing good work. And they also have an awesome customer base. It's been established over the past 13 years. So give them a call at 239-992-2626 so you can arrange to meet with them. Let them know you heard about it right here on 92.5 Fox News and Drew Steele. By the way, talk about great conservatives. They've built the American Spirit Movement, a place where conservative consumers and businesses can connect in 5 critical areas. You know, you've got your vote, but you also have your wallet, the cash register, supporting conservative businesses. So go to the American Spirit Marketplace. You can keep conservative dollars in conservative pockets. Block by block, city by city, states by state. We're going to build this up. Go to the American Spirit Movement website at americanspiritmovement.com. It's more than a conservative movement. It's a conservative awakening.
American-made plantation shutters for you. Your best choice for plantation shutters. Custom measured and installed. Built to last forever. Call for a free consultation. Discounts for military and first responders. If you support Biden or the 2020 election results, don't call us. PlantationShuttersForYou.com.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur with words from another happy payroll customer.
What do I love about Patriot Payroll Services? What don't I love about Patriot Payroll Services? It's easy to learn, it's very user-friendly, it's fast, even for a first-time user, it's perfect for our business, it's affordable, and it's been a great experience so far. We have no plans of changing.
Easy to learn, easy to use. Small business software tailored just for you.
Visit us at patriotsoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
With patriotsoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Almost half of all cyber attacks target small businesses. So get Comcast Business Security Edge on the largest, fastest, reliable network with speeds up to 10 gigs to the most small businesses. Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Comcast Business Internet required. Other restrictions apply.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us a voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Well, here's the good news, everybody, and this is really important to remember. That if you don't hear about it in the headlines, if it's not being discussed in the news, then everything is fine. Kind of like immigration and the border. If you don't hear about it, then we're all good. I can't even say it with a straight face. No. As a matter of fact, that's the problem, is that there are some issues that we have right now in this country that are not getting the kind of attention that they deserve, especially our southern border and the things that are happening there. And just because it's not front and center in the headline does not mean it's not a crisis. It is. And I'm so happy to have Spencer Raley on with us. Federation for American Immigration Reform, fairus.org is joining us right now on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. A great website and a great resource, as you already know, if you've listened to this program, a great place to go for answers, because certainly that's what we need. But first of all, it's Drew Steele. How are you, sir?
I'm doing really good. Thanks for having me on this morning.
Well, it's great to have you on. It's true. You know, the headlines, they're not getting a lot of attention right now because, as you can imagine, and everybody can, other things that are happening, but it doesn't mean it's not a crisis, and it certainly is, especially when I read a little bit more about some of the things that are being discussed. We've got military leaders now. Is this true, that are bracing for some what they're calling a border invasion? Are they really bracing for this?
Well, essentially what you have going on now is the Biden administration wanting to throw every resource they have at the border, not to deter illegal immigrants from coming across the border. You know, we remember that when the Trump administration was in power, they occasionally would use the National Guard and other resources to help, you know, secure some of the weaker points of the border to try to keep individuals from coming into the country illegally. What the Biden administration is wanting to do is use those resources to bring people into the country faster. In fact, what I'm sure we're going to hear in the news in the coming days and week is that Biden wants to give border security more money. He wants to increase the DHS budget by about 5.5%, billions of dollars. But when you look at the fine print, all of that money is going towards bringing individuals into the country faster. Nearly $1 billion to USCIS to, quote, efficiently process incoming migrants. You see a lot of money going to Border Patrol, not additional agents to try to fill in the holes, ensure that individuals aren't coming here illegally, but to kind of act as this welcoming committee that processes migrants into the country. So it's really just like the exact opposite of what we saw during the Trump administration.
Right. I know that some people have described U.S. Customs and Border Protection as border processing because of some of the things that we're starting to hear now. And I mean, I'm hearing about new asylum rules for that asylum officers have the same authority as a judge. Is that true? So this basically is everybody's moving through, and we're getting them, to your point, to move through even quicker.
Right, exactly. And that's exactly what the Biden administration is trying to do here, with no regards to the law, what the law says. You know, the law is passed and is delegated to the executive branch, does not grant asylum officers the right or the ability to make a judicial decision like that. That is supposed to go through an immigration judge, someone that knows the law, someone that can determine whether or not an individual applying for asylum actually meets all the criteria, that they're part of an actual protected class and not someone who's just trying to game the system and come into the United States. Right. You know, we know a lot of immigration judges here at FAIR, and what they've told us is essentially that so many of these individuals that the Biden administration has hired to be, you know, these asylum officers, you know, most of them were hired under the Biden or the Obama administration. They just wave everybody on through. Essentially, everyone that comes into their office, they go, yes, I will go ahead and pass you on to an immigration judge, which is why we have this 1.5 million backlog of immigration cases right now. So the Biden administration knows this. That's why they want to give them the power to go ahead and grant asylum claims, because they know they're just going to rubber stamp everybody.
Right. Have they done anything at all? Is there anything out there that is doing something to discourage illegal immigration at all, or eliminate incentives? Is there anybody doing anything in this administration? I guess the answer is no.
No, not in this administration. They have proven time and time again that their only real agenda item is to bring as many individuals into this country as possible. Right. Even money that is supposed to be earmarked for border security, instead of using that, you know, they were required by judges to use a certain amount of money that was allocated by President Trump to the wall for wall purposes. I've been hearing rumors that, instead of building the wall, we're actually using that money to take some stuff down, to deconstruct roads that were used for wall construction, et cetera. So they're doing everything they can to actually literally, both figuratively and literally, destroy all semblance of border security that we have right now. And all new money going to border security are for new, they call it technological improvements. You're using technology to find where individuals are crossing the border. Again, sounds great in theory,
right,
but they're not doing that so they can apprehend these individuals and remove them. They're doing them so they can apprehend these individuals, process them, then release them into the United States.
Right. Well, even, and Spencer, beside the point that, as many people can probably visualize and imagine right now, if you're away from your home and you have your device that is watching your front door, and somebody is grabbing a package at the door, you're looking at the camera away from the front door and going, "Hey, somebody's stealing my box." That is really bad. But you're not there to stop them, but you can watch them. It's the same thing along the border. Sounds great. But if there's nothing there to deter them, or there's nothing there to at least slow down the progress, like a wall, let's just say, or something there, a barrier of some kind, just because you can watch them doing something illegal doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be picked up right away. I think that's probably a pretty good example.
That is a really good example. And I'm actually going to take it a step further. You know, it's like having one of those devices on your door, and when you see someone come to the door and steal your package, essentially what the Biden administration is doing is not just yelling, "Hey, you're taking my package." He's saying, "Hey, guess what? The door's unlocked, and I've got some really fine china inside if you want to come and take that as well."
Yeah, there's that too. Spencer Raley from Federation for American Immigration Reform, fairus.org. It's a great website, great resource, because there they have answers to the many problems we have. Spencer, I would ask you this before we get going. Two things. Number one, the latest numbers of people crossing our southern border, are we still at these astronomically high numbers that we were hearing early on in the year? And I mean, the numbers that are major metropolitan cities moving every month. I mean, are we still at these high numbers?
Yeah, we are. It seems like it's the new norm now. Of course, during the Trump administration, oftentimes you would see fewer than 50, 60,000 individuals apprehended at the southern border every month. And remember, most of those individuals were removed. Now it seems like every month we're seeing between 150,000 and 200,000 individuals being apprehended at the southern border, and most of those, of course, are being released into the country. In addition to that, the Biden administration is talking about removing Title 42, which is one of the last few things that was being used to remove individuals from the country in an expedited manner. So if that happens, you're eventually going to see just the illegal alien population grow in just an exponential manner in the United States. So that's just one more thing that the administration is trying to get rid of. That was really kind of the last thing that was offering any semblance of security at our southern border.
And certainly the concern not only for safety here in the country, drugs being run across, the issues of fentanyl, and everybody knows about that, but also non-citizens attempting to register to vote. I'm hearing numbers popping up as well in certain states where they're starting to look and saying, hold on a second, we're doing a review. I think Georgia was one of them, if I'm not mistaken. They had a review, and they're saying there's something like 1,600 non-citizens attempting to register to vote right now, if that number is true, and how many more are coming. I mean, that's something that we have to look at as well, is it not?
No, it absolutely is. You know, this is something that every election cycle, FAIR does does an examination of how many individuals we estimate are voting that are not allowed to vote in this country. And again, this isn't even just illegal aliens. This includes all non-citizens. Non-citizens are not allowed to vote in this country. Right. And we find it's alarming. It's hundreds of thousands of individuals who are registered to vote, and, thousands of situations where we've been able to, show that, the numbers aren't matching up with what we see in demographics in each jurisdiction. So that means that individuals are voting that they aren't supposed to vote. And again, if you look at just what's being prosecuted and the number of people that are registered, it doesn't line up. So it's really concerning. And of course, I think what's really concerning to me, you mentioned it at the onset of this segment, is that the whole narrative you're hearing from the left is, well, we don't know for sure. Well, we don't know for sure because we're not looking into it.
Right.
And the whole idea is, well, if we aren't actually looking at the problem, it doesn't exist. And I think that's why they refuse to even shine a light on this, because I think they'd be shocked at how many individuals are voting and what a significant issue it is.
Yeah.
And that would cause the American public to wake up more and think, hey, we really got to address this issue.
Yeah, we certainly do, and we keep an eye on it. And you do a great job, Spencer Raley, joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Go to fairus.org, Federation for American Immigration Reform, for answers and to keep up on all of these issues. You've got to do it. So, Spencer, we appreciate a few minutes, my friend. We'll do this again soon. All the best.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on this morning.
All right, we'll see you. Yep, got to keep an eye on it. 239-479-5592. Hey, a reminder, please, if you don't mind, to consider something that maybe might be a big ask, but if you're not doing anything on Friday morning, we've got a special day at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. You probably already know that we do our first Friday live broadcasts, but this week is going to be special. We have not one, but two World War II veterans that are turning 100 years of age, and we're kind of doing a surprise birthday party. As you can imagine, we're doing it on the radio, and a lot of people know, and hopefully they won't hear too much about it, but kind of calling it a surprise. I use air quotes. But if you would show up and just support them and just say happy birthday, it's just going to be an emotional, fun time. Something to take your mind off of some of the news and the issues that are going on, and just to shake a hand of a true hero. It's just going to be a great time. So if you wouldn't mind, they're going to show up at probably about 8 o'clock, but if you would show up a little earlier, maybe around 7:30 at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples, just to show your support for these veterans of World War II turning 100 years of age this weekend. Pretty remarkable. So we're looking forward to that. And we'll see you there. All right, let's take a break. It is Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, I'm Ty Lassiter, CEO and one of the managing partners of Key City Capital. And just recently, we held an in-person investor meeting right here in Naples and had over 100 attendees show up to learn about building their wealth rapidly. Key City Capital has been actively investing in cash-flowing real estate for over 10 years and generating safe, secure, double-digit returns for our investors. Key City Capital was founded to build and preserve wealth for our clients, as well as provide assistance with tax mitigation. And over 100 people just can't be wrong.
Call Key City Capital today to reserve your spot for our next dinner event. Call 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. Or check us out online at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com.
For a limited time, Unique will buy back your old, inefficient HVAC system when we take up to $1,750 off your new heating and cooling system purchase. And Unique will save you even more money by giving you a free Nest thermostat. Maximize your energy savings with the new energy-efficient HVAC system and Nest thermostat from Unique Services today. Call 941-500-9819 to schedule your appointment. License number CMC 1250555, CFC 1429592, EC 13002942.
Unique. We could fly to such great heights.
With MSC Cruises, a world of discovery awaits. And now you can set sail with free balcony upgrades to enjoy those ultimate ocean views. Plus, kids sail free, so gather the group. And rest easy with flexible booking changes. Discover the Caribbean and the Bahamas, including Ocean Key, our award-winning private island. Only the sea offers you so much. Only MSC Cruises offers you so much more. To book, call your travel advisor or visit msccruises.com. Restrictions apply.
Hey, Bob, want to introduce me?
I'd love to. Meet LQ, my amazing new care companion.
Aw, you're making me blush.
I used to hate coming home to an empty house, but now I've got LQ. She keeps me company, motivates me to stay healthy, reminds me about appointments, and so much more.
Want to hear a joke?
Plus, she's funny. LQ is my sidekick, helping me stay independent as I get older.
Call 844-944-ELLI or visit ELLIQ.com to learn more.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Ceiling fans are a great way for you and your family to keep cool, but sometimes they just don't work right. Well, don't get overheated. Call the pros. Trust the Mr. Sparky team of professional, clean, and friendly electricians. Call now for $77 off any repair.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
But you guys are going to sit here, you're not going to take me seriously, you're going to laugh at me. I'm trying to compete. And yes, I was born a boy. So what, guys? This is 2022. It doesn't matter what you were born. We have Ketanji Brown Jackson even says she doesn't even know what a woman is. So then I'm a woman. So that's what you guys have to do. If the Supreme Court justice is on my side, then why can't I get the same from the Plano City Council? That's the problem, is I come here and I'm still a victim of transphobia. Yet we have champions like my girl Leah, my sister, and she gets to win, but I don't.
That's Alex Stein. He was the comedian that was on the other day on Tucker Carlson. He's the one that does the crazy rap. He goes to all these Texas city councils, Plano and all this, and he was the one that was doing that crazy rap I showed you the other day. And he shows up in a bathing suit, in a woman's bathing suit, with a swim cap on and goggles over his head. And he's screaming at the city council, why can't they? It's just really, it's out of control. The world is, everybody's gone insane. Next thing you're going to tell me is that Biden's taking notes. And if, okay, she's still talking. All right, stop it. Stop talking. Okay. Yeah, next thing you're going to tell me is that Biden tried to use a cheat sheet when he was talking about his message to oust Putin. I mean, we're really not going to...
Breaking news. A bombshell.
Oh, wait. This just in. Hold on a second. Yeah, he did. So, Joe Biden used a cheat sheet, doubling down on his quote-unquote unscripted message to oust Putin. By the way, he got thrown under the bus by somebody at the White House. Ron Klain was basically like, yeah, it was an ad-lib thing that Joe Biden... Oh, wait a minute, it was ad-lib? Who ad-libs like that? Who ad-libs during a speech that he thinks that somebody needs to be ousted out of power? I'm just going to throw that in for fun. I mean, of all the things, he could have thrown in...
I got hairy legs.
You could have thrown that in. Maybe, okay, Jake's favorite.
True international number to pressure.
Yeah, you could have thrown that in too, and everybody would have been... I wonder if... is there a chance that Vladimir Putin hears Joe Biden saying...
True international number to pressure.
And says... Do I really want to mess with this guy? Because I was worried about Trump because I never knew what Trump was going to do, and kind of kept the peace because when Trump said, you know, I'm going to level you if you do anything wrong, you cross the line, there's going to be consequences. And I wasn't ever sure about him, so I was kind of worried. I wonder if he listens to that and says, I'm not sure if Joe Biden's... No, never. Nope, that's not happening. So we're going to get to some of that audio of Joe Biden and how he's trying to convince everybody that what he said he didn't actually say, but he said it. And so you'll see that he said it, but he didn't say it because I said so. Also coming up, Brendan Leslie, FL Conservative Voice, Florida Conservative Voice, is coming up in just a couple of minutes. Some of the things that we are going to be talking about include Governor Ron DeSantis of the great free state of Florida and some of what he did yesterday in signing into law the Parental Rights and Education bill. Some have called it something else, and the ones that do are morons. Also, that Nikki Fried had an event, and attendees had to do something very, very special. You might want to hear about this because it's laugh and cringeworthy all at the same time. So we'll have that coming up. Brendan Leslie, flconservativevoice.com. Florida's Conservative Voice coming up in just a minute. Stay break 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
As a small business owner, your bottom line is always top of mind. So start saving by switching to Comcast Business Mobile. It's a mobile service designed for small business that can save you money with unlimited data for just $24 per line per month for 10 lines. Perfect for any small business looking to grow. Or you can pay by the gig. And with access to millions of Wi-Fi hotspots, you'll pay only for the data you need, with no line fees, activation costs, or term contracts. You can save up to $500 a year on your wireless bill, all on the most reliable 5G network. And it's only available to Comcast Business Internet customers. So boost your business's bottom line with a more reliable, more affordable mobile service by switching to Comcast Business Mobile today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability assessment wins in 2H 2021. Wi-Fi networks not tested. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Alda's Diner in Naples makes everything from scratch with daily homemade specials for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Enjoy big portions of your favorite comfort foods, from steak and eggs or pancakes for breakfast to fantastic salads or their famous Donald J. Burger for lunch or dinner. And don't forget about Alda's extensive bar menu with drink specials for the perfect start to your evening. Make Alda's your go-to spot. They're on the corner of Vanderbilt Beach Road and 951 in Naples. Alda's Diner. There's no place like it.
Woodward, Piers & Lombardo, the first established law firm on Marco Island, is proudly celebrating 50 years of providing legal services throughout Collier County with offices in Naples and Marco. A lot has changed in 50 years, but what hasn't changed is the common sense approach to the law the attorneys of Woodward, Piers & Lombardo have built their practice upon. Putting you first in their priority, whether they're advising you on business decisions, designing your estate plan, guiding you through divorce and litigation, or representation in zoning, permitting, and land use with counties and cities to overseeing your next real estate transaction. Woodward, Piers & Lombardo, first for 50 years in serving Collier County with quality, effective, and efficient legal representation, working with individuals, businesses, and local governments in an array of legal matters. Woodward, Piers & Lombardo, with locations in Naples and Marco Island. For more information, visit their all-new website at WPL-legal.com. That's WPL-legal.com.
Hi, Brad McDaniel here, the second generation of Kenmark Air. For the past 26 years, Kenmark Air has stood for good family morals and values taught to us by our father, Ken McDaniel. Kenmark Air is still dedicated to good, fair, and honest service, just like we've been for nearly 3 decades. So for family-valued service, AC repair, maintenance, and replacement, call Kenmark Air, 239-389-COOL. That's 389-COOL. And tell them Brad asked you to call. Or visit us online at kenmarkair.com. License number CAC 057163.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Will Smith publicly apologizes to Chris Rock for slapping him on stage at the Oscars. Fox's Jackie Ibanez with a statement on Instagram.
Jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris.
Rock had joked about Jada Pinkett Smith's short hair. She says she keeps it that way due to hair loss from alopecia. The committee investigating the January 6th Capitol riot recommends contempt charges against Trump White House advisors Dan Scavino and Peter Navarro.
Committee Chairman Benny Thompson said Scavino and Navarro should come clean
about their roles in the attempt to overturn an election.
The full House will vote on the recommendation. Approval there will send the matter to the Justice Department.
Fox's Gernal Scott. Russia-Ukraine peace talks are happening today in Istanbul, Turkey, the first face-to-face talks in 2 weeks. America's listening to Fox News.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News, traffic.
Crash at Del Prado Boulevard South and Veterans Parkway in Cape Coral. Del Prado Boulevard southbound lanes shut down at that intersection completely. Only one northbound lane of traffic is open at this hour. Avoid the area if you can. Elsewhere in Lee County, watching delays stack up significantly on Bonita Beach Road South as you head eastbound out on that road towards Vincent Road, that intersection. So avoid that area if you can, and if you are headed that way, anticipate delays. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
Record heat on the way for your Tuesday as highs will be climbing back into the lower 90s for most across southwest Florida. After some patchy fog throughout this morning, lots of sunshine on tap for this afternoon with winds out of the northeast to southwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Dry and clear conditions persist as we head into this evening and tonight. Another mild start to the day for your Wednesday with a low near 65 degrees. We're back to 90 degrees for your Wednesday afternoon high, mostly sunny and breezy, where once again we'll get close to at least tying some records. Thursday keeping it warm with a stray shower back in the mix for our inland areas as the breeze continues to pick up ahead of a system that'll bring us the return of some isolated rain and thunderstorms for Friday and the weekend. I'm Wake News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
There's a reason they call tasteless, stale food leftovers. Feed your brain the right way. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
For a reputable HVAC service provider, 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating of Naples provides a high level of service and value to our clients. To learn more, visit onehourairnaples.com or call 855-1HOUR.
How often have you heard from your wealth advisor over the last 6 months? Markets have moved up and down, and laws around retirement plans and inheritance have changed quickly. We've heard from too many people at other national financial firms that they've been contacted rarely or not at all. At the Naples Trust Company, our clients enjoy a one-on-one relationship with their investment and fiduciary team members, each of whom are locally based and meet regularly with clients for in-person or virtual visits. This personal touch is a trademark of the Trust Company. We make it a point to know you, your family members, and the goals that are most important to you. Are you ready for a better experience? Call us for an appointment at 239-774-4000 or visit NaplesTrustCompany.com to discover the difference.
A division of the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed.
You already know that Genesis produces some of the most luxurious cars and SUVs in the world. But did you know that Genesis of Naples is the world's #1 largest volume Genesis dealer? Hi, I'm Sheila Zellers, owner of Genesis of Naples, and we're #1 because we make sure you have a luxurious buying experience. Yes, my staff and I are honored to help our customers get into a new Genesis with our large volume of incoming inventory, like Motor Trend's 2022 SUV of the Year, the all-new GV70, or the hot midsize GV80. Plus the G70, G80, G90 luxury sedans. Come see why the Genesis G80 ranked #1 in initial quality among upper midsize premium cars by J.D. Power. As the world's largest dealer, we receive the largest share incoming models. So let us help you reserve yours. We're taking pre-orders now, so come in and select your dream Genesis. Visit Genesis of Naples on Airport Road today.
Based on 2021 retail sales volume GMA. For JD Power 2021 U.S. award information, visit jdpower.com/award.
Ever purchased an online item and either it doesn't fit, has missing parts, or became damaged? Trying to save a few bucks can end up costing more. My Shower Door is a locally owned and operated family business that measures, manufactures, and installs our own brand of frameless shower doors right here in Southwest Florida. And we were just named Lee County's Manufacturer of the Year. With almost 80,000 shower doors installed, we have the experience and expertise. Plus, estimates are always free. Want to see more? Go to myshowerdoor.com.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the Drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
All right, 239-479-5592 is the Brett AC Talk and Text line streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. You can go there to watch the program or go to Rumble and subscribe to the channel, please, because that's how you get to see us if it's something that you desire to see. Here's something you don't always want to see. Here's something you never want to see. Actually, here's something you never want to hear.
Hi there, Governor Kate Brown here. In Oregon, we say gay. Oregonians are welcoming of our LGBTQIA community members. We want to make sure that Oregon is a safe, inclusive, and welcoming place for all.
Oh, okay. There's a Democrat governor in Oregon who obviously hasn't read the bill, doesn't know anything about the bill, doesn't know anything about anything that we're doing here in Florida, but is parroting a lot of what is being discussed around the country. And it has to do with the Parental Rights and Education bill that we know that the governor signed yesterday. Brendan Leslie joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. You know him as Florida's conservative voice, flconservativevoice.com. And Come on, Brendan, you have to admit, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny when you have governors in other states that are like, we stand up for, we say gay around these parts. It's like, have you read the bill? They just continue to do this. First of all, good morning. How are you?
Good, how we're doing, and it just goes to show you either the left are just deliberate liars or they're just that stupid. I'm not sure which one it is. I'm going to go with deliberate liars because they're desperate and this is all they have to try to trick the masses, but it's really not working.
Yeah, it could be, listen, it could be both. It could be the fact, it could be
For some kids.
Yeah, they may just be not smart, and they just didn't read the bill or read it. Even the governor mentioned this, and let me see if I have this part of his comments from yesterday about this and signing it. Here, check this out.
Their true intentions. They know in every single poll that's been done that actually reads the language in the bill will find overwhelmingly Americans oppose injecting this type of material into the classroom of young kids. Americans support the right of parents to be informed and to be able to withhold consent over certain types of medical treatments in school. So they know that, and so that's why they're resorting to some of the narratives, and it hasn't worked, but let's just be clear. It's not just all of them have not read the bill. Many have not. Many have, and many of them want to see this type of stuff.
There you go, right? That's upon signing the Parental Rights in Education bill into law. That's what it is, Brendan. Look, they want this. They want to push this, and you have big corporations like Disney that are ready to fight against this, and the question is, why not just admit that you want this to be taught and then explain to people why you want it to be taught? Unless what, Brendan? Unless maybe they realize it's not what they want.
If the left was truly honest about their intentions of really tearing down the family structure and really just completely changing Western civilization as we know it, they would honestly go into extinction and no one would vote for them. They can't be blatantly honest about it because no logical, sensible American would actually entertain that stuff. So they have to be sneaky about it, and that's the only way that they can get the ways that they want.
It'd be nice if they would just be honest. I mean, just come out and have the debate. And I think that speaks to anybody out there as well. Maybe, for example, if we go to some of the stories that are on Florida's Conservative Voice, flconservativevoice.com. Here's a perfect example. This story, maybe you can talk about this, about the schools there in Virginia and what has happened now after the mask mandate ends and what that means for us here in the state of Florida with Ron DeSantis, and to just admit it or to talk about it. First of all, talk about the story.
Yeah. So Governor Glenn Youngkin, when he got sworn into office, immediately eliminated the mask mandate in school districts. And since then, they've seen a 94% decrease in COVID cases. So again, Governor Ron DeSantis is vindicated and he's shown that he was right and he was following the science. But no one wants to talk about it. No one wants to talk about the fact that there was no huge spike. There was no winter of severe death and sickness like President Brandon told us there were going to be. But it just keeps being ignored in the media.
Yeah, and that not having the talk about this, not bringing it up, and continuing to push something that has been proven scientifically to not work like a mandate, especially a mask mandate, then ultimately leaves you to not trust what people have to say about this issue. And again, it's really about being able to coherently, succinctly stand up for what you're speaking to, even with the Parental Rights in Education bill, the quote-unquote, you know what it's called, to explain to people. Just tell us what's going on. And we can see the evidence, like in the case that you just brought up. And then now you've got this other story that's at flconservativevoice.com, which is all about Nikki Fried. And just in case you're wondering what her platform is on.
Marijuana?
Yeah, that's a part of it. So Nikki's got a little, what is this, a reception? This sounds like fun. I guess you can go to this reception, or you could have gone to the reception, except there were some a couple of things you had to have before you went to the reception. Almost sounds familiar. Talk a little bit about this story.
Yeah, you have to have like your 10 COVID shots in order to go to this Nikki Fried fundraiser event that's happening on the East Coast. I believe it's Fort Lauderdale. One problem about that, that's completely illegal in Florida. You cannot, no business, nothing can force anyone to show COVID passports to get in. So we reached out to Nikki's campaign. We were like, you're like breaking the law for the state that you're running for governor, right? They didn't answer us. They never answer us. We always reach out and ask them to clarify their things, but they never do because they know they're wrong. So it'll be interesting to see when this event goes down if they actually request that, because that's a hefty fine that they would get. And wouldn't that be something if Governor Ron DeSantis' administration fines the Nikki Fried campaign and they have to lose their part of their donations to pay fines for breaking the law? That'd be something.
This goes back to the other story we talked about last week, right? It was Erica Donalds who was invited to, what was it? First,
White House.
Right, the White House reception. It was the same thing, right? It was, if I'm not mistaken, and you can tell me if I'm right about this, it was basically, hey, it was the spouses of House members, come to this party, but you have to be you got to stay 6 feet away, and if you're not vaccinated, you can't eat, drink, talk, breathe, like all of these restrictions. I mean, maybe the breathing part was a little over the top, but all the other ones, right? I mean, that's what it was.
Oh, it's the same thing. Yeah. Can you imagine going to a dinner and you're not allowed to eat or drink and you have to stay 6 feet away? Well, that sounds so much fun.
Yeah, it's a ball, so to speak. See what I did? It's a ball. Get it? It's kind of a ball. Okay. All right. FLConservativeVoice.com is a website. Brendan Leslie joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, Florida's conservative voice. And quickly, we're going to be together just hanging out on Friday night. So if you're not doing anything for an hour and you want to join us, where are we going to be? What are we doing? We're just kind of hanging out. What are we doing?
Yeah, so it's called Island Storage Suites in South Fort Myers. It's right, if you want to put a geographical point, it's right. It's on the way to Fort Myers Beach behind the Aldi's down there. And the address is 10950 Old South Way in Fort Myers. And we're doing the Patriot Talk Show. Drew is
going to hang out. It's going to hang out.
I have forced Drew against his will to join me for. We're going to do a show twice a month in Lee County.
You're forcing me. So
who's
going to?
So much Lee County to talk about.
Who's going to be there this week?
Yeah, so we got U.S. congressional Trump endorsed candidate Anna Paulina Luna, and as you know, Drew, if we're taking back the House this election in 2022, Anna Paulina Luna's seat in Pinellas County is very important. And then we got Lee County School Board candidate Jada Langford Fleming, who is running to take over Betsy Vaughn's seat, who is just a complete communist. So it's gonna be a good show that you don't need any tickets or anything. You just show up. I have all the information on my social media too.
Okay, so you can follow Brendan on social media. If they're gonna follow you, where do they go? What's the best place to follow you there?
Just all my social media is the same. Brendan Leslie. Brendan, instead of Brandon, it's E. In case anyone, you spell it Brendan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
people get confused that all the time.
There you go. And you can go to FLConservativeVoice.com to check out some of these stories. So we'll see you. We'll see you on Friday. All right, bud.
Yeah.
Great to
all
speak
right,
with you.
Ready to make Lee County great again?
Great, triple great. Yes, we're gonna make it great. It's already great. It's already done. It's already great. We're just gonna make it great.
Can't wait. Looking forward to it. And thanks, Drew.
All right. See you later. All right. 239-479-5592. Brendan Leslie joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. All right. What else do we have going on? There was a couple of other things I wanted to touch on before we go to a break and do Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. And I believe we do. Yes, we do. We have a $35 gift certificate to the great Alda's Restaurant and Bar, otherwise known as Alda's Diner, at the corner of 951 and Vanderbilt Beach Road in Naples. What was I going to get to? Did I say? Yeah, okay. Oh, I wanted to talk about this. This is a big deal because people have been asking me about the Sean Spicer event. Yes, it is true. Sean Spicer will be here in Southwest Florida. It's a big meet and greet. Every ticket will be a meet and greet. So every ticket, no matter where, well, you just buy the ticket. Every single ticket is a meet and greet. Okay. And it's going to be at Silver Spot Cinema in Naples on Wednesday, April 20th. starting at 4:30 p.m. You know Sean Spicer, obviously former White House press secretary, Newsmax TV host. And he's got Radical Nation, this new book is out. And everybody's going to get assigned a copy of the book, too. So you'll get to hang out, take pictures, full access to Sean Spicer. If you want your tickets for the event, you can go to rightallalong.net, or you can text the word Spicer, S-P-I-C-E-R, Spicer, right now to 239-479-5592. And a link will be sent right to you. So you'll have the link to get your tickets now. Every ticket is a VIP ticket to see Sean Spicer in Naples at the Silver Spot Cinema there at Mercado on Wednesday, April 20th. So get your tickets now. Do I want to play some of this audio right now? Yeah, I got to do this. I got to find, oh man, I thought I had it and I don't have it. How's that possible that I don't have this? All right, it's basically Kamala Harris has done it again. It's another one of those Kamala moments where she's talking to someone that was at a, what was it, a podcast, radio show? I don't know. But just again, we're trying to figure out. Now, we talk about how Kamala Harris says things, and we're just trying to figure out what in the world she's talking about. And we've had practice with people who have things to say and we don't know what they're talking about, because typically we hear the President of the United States speaking and we're like, what is he talking about? So we've got this moment from yesterday. So here you go. All right, we've got it. So she was talking to somebody on some kind of podcast. His name is Willie Moore, the Willie Moore Show. Okay. And he's trying to find out the solution for high gas prices. So you ready? Here we go. Try to put all this together. You can make coherent out of the incoherent. It is Kamala Harris. Kamala, remember how to say it.
It's not Kamala, not Kamala. It's Kamala. Kamala Harris.
Just combine comma with law and you get Kamala.
You know, you spoke a little bit about transportation, and people across the country right now are in a crunch due to these extremely high gas prices. What's the solution? How do we get closer to a solution? Because literally our stations across the country and all of us, we've been doing our best to do gas drives because people can't get from point A to point B when they're on these fixed incomes. How do we get to a solution for that?
All right.
Well, first of all, we've been, understanding that it is a real issue. What we have done is we've actually released some of the reserve, the petroleum reserve, to bring down the cost of gas prices. And we are also dealing with the cost of gas as just part of the issue of the cost of living, right?
Right, okay. So gas is just a part of the issue of the cost of living, right? Okay, so we've got that. But now we need more. We need inspiration. We need the voice of leadership to inspire and to lift people up and help us with this.
If you could encourage our nation right now, what would you say?
I would say, first of all, thank you for being a fighter, for knowing that we have reason to have faith in what is possible, but we have to work to make it achievable. And that includes what folks did to get out and vote.
So we have to have faith in what is possible, but we have to work to make it achievable, and that includes what folks did when they went out to vote. So we have to... I don't know.
It's not Kamala, not Kamala. It's Kamala. Kamala Harris.
Just combine comma with law and you get Kamala.
Do we have to? All right, 239-479-5592. Right now is your time to call. It is Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. If you'd like to call and win a $35 gift certificate to Alda's Diner at the corner of 951 and Vanderbilt Beach Road in Naples, your time to call is now. We'll play Drew's College, have a little bit of fun with the 9th caller next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
Have you heard them yet? Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, today at noon, right after Glenn Beck. 92.5 Fox News.
Pandemic,
Right.
market
All
drops,
along.
elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's financial planner. For experience, advice on planning for retirement, visit savingtheinvestor.com.
For plantation shutters, custom measured and installed just for you. Call today for a free consultation. Discount to military, first responders, and Biden voters who wish they voted for Trump now, as well as Trump voters. PlantationShuttersForYou.com.
Dial star 2020. Friends, I care.
Trey Riedel, your host of The Drive here. Do you have blurry vision? If you told maybe you have cataracts? Well, there's a solution that can help you. It's a France Lifestyle Lens with Dr. France and his team. Look, they are the expert surgeons at France Eye Care, and they know the importance of a clear view free from cataracts, and they have the passion to provide patients in Southwest Florida with the solution that fits your individual lifestyle requirement. So whether it's a multifocal clear vision that you're after, or an extended depth of focus for driving at night, for example, whatever it is, you can trust your eyes to France Eye Care. Schedule an evaluation today. Their team will determine the best lens technology for your eyes in order to enhance the vision results of your cataract surgery. Call France Eye Care today. Call them 239-418-0999.
Dial star 2020. Friends, I care. With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur with words from another happy payroll customer.
My husband and I started a business together, and I had no idea where to start when it came to payroll. And a friend of mine recommended Patriot, and I have not looked back since. It was extremely user-friendly. I was actually able to understand it and run everything extremely well. And anytime I've had a question, they have been so quick to answer and help me. I definitely recommend it to anyone who is looking for a payroll software that is easy to use, user-friendly, and really offers everything that you need when it comes to something that's beneficial for your business.
Visit us at PatriotSoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll free. That's PatriotSoftware.com.
PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Fox News listeners, Saturday morning is the perfect time to talk boats and water fun in Southwest Florida. This is Adam Botana again from Baywater Sousa Boat Club. Join us every Saturday morning from 7 to 8 for the Baywater Boat Club Hour. We talk boats, fishing, boating hotspots, water quality, on top of Jake the Millennial and I just having fun on the radio. And if you don't have a boat, Baywater Sousa Boat Club has got you covered. Just call me, Adam, at 239-495-0455.
Rockstar Harley has secured 0% APR financing on all new Harley-Davidsons this week. That's 0% annual percentage rate and financing terms that can save you thousands on interest. Over 300 new and used Harleys in stock at Rockstar Harley, ready for immediate delivery. Finance experts on site to get you approved. 0% APR on all new Harleys this week. Now that bears worth repeating. Buy a Harley and pay 0 interest. Rockstar Harley-Davidson is the #1 volume Harley dealer in Florida. It's the best time to buy at Rockstar Harley. Approved on every credit and Sunday.
Hello, I'm Brian Resney, president of Resney Wealth Management and host of the Resney Wealth Report and TV show on the weekends. Investors come to my TV and radio shows to learn and to get educated so they can make better decisions about their retirement and their portfolio. What's your risk management strategy? Are you willing to subject your portfolio to another massive decline in a set it and forget it strategy, or are you looking for a difference? Listen to my show Sunday mornings, 10 to noon on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready. We are proud to welcome former White House Press Secretary, Newsmax TV host, and author of the new book, Radical Nation, Sean Spicer. He's going to be here live with us at the Silver Spot Cinema at Mercado in Naples on Wednesday, April 20th. What a great event. Every ticket is a VIP ticket. That's right, a meet and greet with Sean Spicer. Included with that is a signed copy of Sean's new book. Plus, you're going to get a photo and full access to Sean Spicer. Wednesday, April 20th. Starting at 5 p.m.
Check out 925foxnews.com for your details to purchase tickets right now.
Alda's Diner. There's no place like it.
92.5 Fox News.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
It's Drew's College.
All right. Let's go to Lisa in Naples. Hey, Lisa.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. And your associate's degree question starts right now. Lisa, there were 3 candidates for president of the United States in 1992. 3 of them. Do you remember who they were?
In 92?
Yeah, 1992. Yep.
I was George Bush.
Yep.
And I don't know the third.
Ross Perot. Remember Ross Perot?
Oh, Perot, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. All right, no worries. Well, let's see if you get an associate's degree on this question. The United States Army was founded in what year? What year was the United States Army founded? Was it 1775, 1797, or 1801?
I'm going to say 1797.
It was 1775. 1775. It's okay. All right. Well, let's see if Jake doesn't even want to buzz you. All right. So let's see if you get an associate's on this question. George Washington was the first president of the United States. John Adams was the second. Who was the third?
The third. I'm not going to be able to give you the third. I'll be honest.
Take a guess. Pick the first name that comes to your mind.
Jefferson.
Yes, that's correct. Thomas Jefferson was the third. Look at you. All right. We could, and Jake says we could have accepted Joe Biden as well. All right. So there you go. Third president of the United States. All right. So you got an associate's. We'll see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. In 1987, in Berlin, the great Ronald Reagan challenged Gorbachev to do what?
Bring down the wall.
Tear down the wall. Can we accept that? Tear down? Yes, we could accept. Tear down this wall. Okay. Jake's like, okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you, Jake.
There you go, Lisa. You got yourself a bachelor's degree today on Drew's College. And what a great gift you've got from the fantastic Naples.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Trying again to stop the warring by talking. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. For the first time in 2 weeks, there are Russian-Ukrainian negotiations.
Why can the world not stop this flow of military crimes committed by Russia?
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky talking to the Danish parliament on day 34 of the invasion.
There was intense shelling in Kyiv, just by the capital. There was also shelling in Kharkiv. Families and teachers combing through what was once a school, but blasted by a missile. Mariupol is now mainly in the hands of Russia, according to the mayor, who has called for a complete evacuation, saying that 5,000 people have died and roughly 160,000 people there are currently trapped.
Fox's Alex Hogan in Lviv. An accident investigation team has a lot of work to do in Pennsylvania. The day after cars and trucks collided in snow-blind conditions, leaving at least 3 people dead. Fox's Evan Brown has a live update.
Yeah, Dave, at least 24 others are injured and hospitalized following a chain reaction crash Monday on Interstate 81 in Schuylkill County, Pennsylvania, blamed on whiteout conditions caused by snow squalls. This man had pulled over and was recording video when it got worse.
It's snow and fog mixed together, and it made the visibility down to 0. And watch out! Oh, God! My car is gone!
Now, I-81 remains closed for now, Dave.
Evan, the House committee investigating last year's Capitol riot has voted to recommend the full House hold 2 ex-Trump administration officials in contempt of Congress for not cooperating. Will Smith is telling Chris Rock he's sorry on Instagram for slapping the comedian on stage at the Oscars. The Academy has also put out a statement.
The Academy condemns the actions of Mr. Smith at last night's show. We have officially started a formal review around the incident and will explore further action and consequences.
Fox's Jackie Ibanez. America's listening to Fox News.
Economists are
92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right. All along.
This news update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Wink News. Traffic.
Still watching traffic stacking up in Cape Coral at the intersection of Del Prado Boulevard South and Veterans Parkway. Del Prado Boulevard southbound direction, all those lanes shut down at that intersection with Veterans. In the northbound direction, only one lane of traffic squeezing by right now. And then nearby our bridges, the Midpoint Bridge slowing down to about 24 miles an hour. The interstate just seeing those normal southbound delays from Alico Road exit heading south throughout Estero. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
Record heat on the way for your Tuesday as highs will be climbing back into the lower 90s for most across southwest Florida. After some patchy fog throughout this morning, lots of sunshine on tap for this afternoon with winds out of the northeast to southwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Dry and clear conditions persist as we head into this evening and tonight. Another mild start to the day for your Wednesday with a low near 65 degrees. We're back to 90 degrees for your Wednesday afternoon high, mostly sunny and breezy, where once again we'll get close to at least tying some records. Thursday keeping it warm with a stray shower back in the mix for our inland areas as the breeze continues to pick up ahead of a system that'll bring us the return of some isolated rain and thunderstorms for Friday and the weekend. I'm Wake News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Bugged by the left? Log on to rightallalong.net, the place to find 92.5 Fox News online.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is the Florida window factory. Our windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, because we understand Florida weather. With New South Windows, you don't have to sacrifice energy efficiency for storm protection. Our Energy Star rated windows and doors are made with impact and non-impact options, giving you the best of both worlds. New South Window, home of your ultimate Florida window.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts up to 30%. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Ever feel like investment and retirement planning is one gigantic game of whack-a-mole? Up pops market volatility, a virus, a war. It goes on, and frankly, it can be a little exhausting. Tired of playing games on the way to retirement? It's time for Wealth Metric from Annex Wealth Management. More than a portfolio review, it addresses your investment, retirement, and tax plan to help achieve the retirement you desire. Visit AnnexWealth.com. Click the Get Started button. Know the difference. Annex Wealth Management.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready because it's time once again. This Friday, Oaks Farm Seed to Table. We do our first Friday live broadcast, and we love being out there and love seeing you there for the show, 6 to 9 a.m. They open up an hour earlier so that you can come in and enjoy some great breakfast and so much more. Maybe do some shopping while you're there as well. And you know how awesome Seed to Table is and what a great place it is to shop. We hope to see you there. Oaks Farm Seed to Table, our first Friday broadcast, 6 to 9 a.m. at the corner of Immokalee and Livingston Road in Naples. Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
When it comes to cybersecurity, the biggest threats don't always strike the biggest targets. Almost half of all cyber attacks target small businesses, so help protect yours with Comcast Business Security Edge. It's advanced security that continuously scans for threats and helps protect every connected device. On the largest, fastest, reliable network with speeds up to 10 gigs to the most small businesses. So switch today and get cutting-edge speed with advanced security and be ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with internet for $30 a month for 12 months with no annual contract required. Plus, ask how to get a $650 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online today to learn more. Offer ends 4/21/22. Enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay required. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet customers only. Early termination fee applies. Security Edge available for an additional charge. Equipment, installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change.
If something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. There's a particular time of life this phrase couldn't be more appropriate. How can you know you'll live the retirement you've always imagined? After all, life can be so unpredictable. You've worked hard and saved, watch your accounts go up and down with the market. Your advisor says, don't worry, you'll be just fine, but you still don't feel confident. At TriFound Financial, we have a checklist to help you find out if you're on the right track for retirement. Take our checklist challenge. If you could check all the boxes on this list with confidence, you may be ready for retirement. If not, TriFound Financial can help you address any potential costly mistakes. For the complimentary checklist, go to retirewithtryfound.com/list. See if you've got it right. Take the checklist challenge today at retirewithtryfound.com/list. That's retirewithtryfound.com/list. Firm provides insurance services. Securities offered through Trifound Advisory, LLC. Investing involves risk.
As a great poet once wrote, choosing one path over another makes all the difference. Now consider that each space reimagined by Closet Factory brims with features, each of which reflect a choice made to make things more efficient. The result? A room built of dozens of good choices that, by design, don't just keep things in your home more organized, but in living with it makes you more organized. Designed and engineered for a better you. That's how we build it at Closet Factory and closetfactory.com.
Hey, Dave, got your AC on?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, blowing hot over here.
Don't tell me.
Already told you.
But I fixed this myself last week.
You can fix air conditioning?
I have tools. I know things.
I know it's too hot in here.
Oh, my wife is gonna lose it.
Dave.
She thinks I'm handy. When she learns the truth,
Dave.
she'll wonder why she married me in the first place. Only a matter of time until she leaves me for someone with a bigger toolbox.
Dave, so what's the best case scenario?
Best case? Well, I make one call, someone comes and gets the AC running cold. My family thinks I did it myself.
That's best?
Well, sure, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have so many specialized technicians, they even have a tried-to-fix-the-AC-yourself expert.
Really?
Nobody needs to know how handy you really are.
GetBest.com. When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
Cool air. Now that's more like it.
Our little secret?
Our little secret.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us a voice.
for being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for
Your support for veterans in the military.
educating us, standing up for conservatism, giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Well, there's nothing like proposing a budget of $5.8 trillion with a T. Because from now on, everybody, nobody's going to be talking about billions of dollars. No. We've crossed the billion threshold, and we are now into trillions of dollars. So isn't that a lot of fun? Including some funding that we're told $32 billion is to fund the police to combat surging crime in this 5.8 trillion. No. I don't think you can do that because I seem to remember.
So we've been talking about defunding the police.
Yeah, that's right.
There's some issues that we ask police to do, like mental health issues or policing in schools and all the rest, that perhaps we can shuffle some of that money around.
Suck it up. Defunding the police has to happen. We need to defund the police.
Mayor Eric Garcetti saying, take some of the money from policing, about $150 million.
I applaud Eric Garcetti for...
Yeah, I bet you do. Okay, so no. We got 7 minutes of audio of Democrats saying that, no, we're not going to fund the police. We're going to defund the police. And now all of a sudden, Biden's going to ask Congress for $32 billion in this $5.8 trillion. Is that so that people will go, hey, we got to sign it because we want to fund police because that's what we're about? And then the Democrats are going to say, oh, you don't want to do this, so you don't want to fund police. No, you don't get to do that. See the political game? No, you don't get to play that game. And there's also a billionaire's tax and a raise from 21% to 28% in the corporate tax rate. Now, the billionaire's tax is interesting because we're told that only the billionaires are going to be taxed, and that's the only people we're going to hear about. That's what everybody is concerned about. So, look, you don't have to worry about this. It's just a tax on the uber wealthy, the super wealthy. Ask Bernie.
This is what you do. What you do.
Yeah, what you do. So that's all it is. I mean, listen, it's going to be fine. It's not that we're going to start with any kind of tax on billionaires, and we're going to have a punitive wealth tax, taxing unrealized capital gains that are not income. In other words, you don't have these gains yet, but you're holding all of these stocks. So we feel like you're going to have a certain amount of gains, so we'll just tax you on the gains that don't exist. Now, you may think to yourself, well, that doesn't sound sensible, and as a matter of fact, that's going to tell people that maybe it's not a good idea to invest in stocks, and then stocks are going to collapse, and public pensions are going to be harmed, and you're going to have governments trying to figure out where they're going to get taxes from because people are going to go away from markets if their unrealized capital gains are going to be taxed, and you would be right about that. Oh, and not only that, but ultimately, if you think that it's not going to come to your doorstep, if you think that this is just, it's just going to be the billionaires and the billionaires, as Bernie likes to put it, because that's what he does.
This is what you do.
All right, I got it. You're dreaming. Because all they're doing is opening up the door for that tax to ultimately come to your door. opening the door to come to your door. You realize that, right? Okay. Oh, and also in this budget that Biden talks about yesterday, he seeks a minimum tax on households worth $100 million. We've heard about this. We just talked about it just a second ago. But they're talking about how the deficit has fallen, everybody. We've gone from $3 trillion to $2.8 trillion, and now they're saying that there's a chance that it could fall to a projected $1.4 trillion. Isn't that great? It's $1 trillion. The deficit is $1 trillion. You're touting that? Like, you're jumping up and down like we owe trillions of dollars? And then, of course, if interest rates rise, then we've got the spending that's going to happen to cover the interest rate rise. What is that? An extra $600 billion a year. Because if the cost of funds go up, say 2%, which everybody is talking about, that we're going to have to come up with that money as well. No, everything's fine. No, we'll get it from the billionaires. They're the ones that'll cover everything. Yeah, right. You're dreaming. Speaking of dreaming, we're going to get to some of the audio of Joe Biden dreaming that the words that come out of his mouth are not really the words that come out of his mouth. And if you hear something coming out of my mouth, wait until the White House explains what came out of my mouth. Just make sure you're not a nuclear power. So when I say something, you'll wait before you hit the button to launch nuclear weapons at the United States. You'll wait for somebody in the White House to clarify what I said. That's true leadership. Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that coming up. All right. Before we get to that, a reminder that it's going to be a very special day on Friday, and I hope and pray that you will join us, because this is a big deal. That on Friday, we do our first Fridays at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road. You already know about that. We get there at 6 a.m. We do the show from 6 to 9. They get up an hour earlier so you can have coffee and breakfast with us. But this week is going to be special because we have not just one, but two World War II veterans right here in Southwest Florida that are going to be turning 100 years of age. And that is special in and of itself. But to have two heroes, living, breathing history before us, I said we have to do something special. Just anything, even if it's throwing a quote-unquote surprise party. I'm telling you, it's going to hopefully be a surprise to them. But certainly something that we can all get together and do something that's going to be positive and uplifting. And I would ask humbly that maybe you get your group, your organization, you personally, some friends to show up on Friday at Oaks Farm Seed to Table. Get there before 8 a.m. because that's when they're going to come in. And so we just kind of want to say surprise and happy birthday and an opportunity for you to shake their hand and some other special things that are going on. But we promise that it will be fun and certainly a moment you're not going to forget. I mean, how often do you get to see a 100-year-old World War II veteran and some of the stories that we're going to hear about? But just a special moment. So if you would kindly think about being there with us on Friday at Oaks Farm Seed to Table, at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road, to celebrate these heroes. Together we'll do that. Really looking forward to it. All right. Let's get to the Joe Biden audio. Here we go. So he said a lot of things yesterday. We'll get to some of the clips, but I wanted to focus on this one. Peter Doocy. Some people love that he questions the president. Some don't love the fact that he doesn't always have the best follow-ups. So it's back and forth. But give him credit for putting a lot of these comments out there. Like this question to the president.
Are you worried that other leaders in the world are going to start to doubt that America is back if some of these big things that you say on the world stage keep getting walked back?
What's getting walked back?
It made it sound like, just in the last couple days, it sounded like you told U.S. troops they were going to Ukraine.
Okay, so just a couple of days ago, you told U.S. troops they were going to Ukraine. He's in Poland. He's with the troops, and it's like, it looks like you're going to go to Ukraine. How do we know? Because there's video and audio, right?
And you're going to see when you're there, some of you have been there, you're going to see women. young people stand in the middle in front of a damn tank.
Okay, so, right, when you're there, when you're going to be there, okay? So we're talking about that. And then Peter Doocy says...
It sounded like he said it was possible the U.S. would use a chemical weapon.
Right, so said you might use a chemical weapon. When did that come up? Well, that came up over the weekend. Remember this?
If chemical weapons were used in Ukraine, would that trigger a military response from NATO?
It would trigger a response in kind.
In kind, right? Trigger a response in kind. In kind meaning, listen, if you do it, then we're going to do it, right? So that's what Peter Doocy is talking about. That's the second one. And then the third one is...
And it sounded like you were calling for regime change in Russia.
Now, was it regime change in Russia he was asking for? I mean...
For God's sake, this man cannot remain in power.
Guy can't remain in power. I mean, what does that sound like to you? So he's asking these three questions. There are the examples. That's what he is talking about. We saw it. We heard it. So what does the president say?
And we know...
None of the three occurred.
None of the three occurred?
None of the three.
Okay. What? I just played it. That's what he's talking about. What do you mean it didn't occur? It just occurred. There's this thing called the interwebs. Al Gore invented it. It's the interwebs of things. It's the Internet of Things. It's the Internet. It's the interwebs. Al Gore is famous for this. He's famous for a lot of things, but thank goodness. Thank our stars, lucky stars for Al Gore. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the Internet. And it's all over that thing, you saying it and showing us. But for some reason, he thinks that there's nothing to see here.
And we know...
None of the three occurred.
None of the three occurred?
None of the three.
Mr. President?
You interpret the language that way. I was talking to the troops. We were talking about helping train the troops that are the Ukrainian troops that are in Poland.
No. That's not it.
That's what the context. I sat there with those guys for a couple hours. That's what we talked about.
No, that wasn't what you said, and that's not what you were talking about, and that wasn't the context. Now you're just kind of doing this whole
true international effort to pressure.
You're doing that thing again.
So when you said you're going to see when you're there, you were not intending to
I was referring to meeting with and talking with the Ukrainian troops that were in Poland.
And when you said a chemical weapon use by Russia would trigger a response in kind.
It will trigger a significant response.
What does that mean?
I'm not going to tell you. Why would I tell you? You got to be silly.
I'm not going to tell you, wise guy. I'm not going to say anything to you.
The world wants to know?
The world wants to know a lot of things. I'm not telling them what the response would be.
You know what the world wants to know?
True international effort to pressure.
What does that mean? Can you tell us what that means? That would be nice. So there's Joe Biden who's trying to explain that what you see, you didn't really see, and what I said, I didn't really say. And so wait for somebody at the White House to respond, because once they respond, they'll be helping me. And, well, you know how that goes. Okay. So we have that. There are some people who are saying that it created some confusion. The White House walks back Biden's remark that Putin cannot stay in power. Who was it? It was Obama's defense secretary, Leon Panetta. Oh, we can't wait to hear what he has to say.
At this point in the game, you've really got to keep your messages very simple and very direct. And I think this created some confusion that wasn't helpful.
Yes, I mean, President Macron has said as much.
Yeah, okay. So, at this point in the game, you created some confusion, and it wasn't helpful. You got to keep your message very simple and very direct. Do you understand that you're trying to explain to Joe Biden that he's got to keep his message simple and he can't do it? Do you realize that Joe Biden had everything that he needed to say written down on an index card, and he couldn't even say what was on the card? You do realize that, right? It was all written down for him, and he couldn't get it right. So if you're asking a president to dumb it down and keep it simple, he can't dumb it down and keep it simple.
I got hairy legs.
All right. 239-479-5592. Yeah. So just to let you know that we got $5 trillion that's going to be asked in a budget that's got all kinds of, you can only imagine, pork and beef and chicken and, well, actually, you know what? It probably does have a lot of pork, beef, and chicken, because if you're talking about $5.8 trillion, that's about what you would have to spend in order to buy beef and chicken and pork these days, thanks to Joe Biden, or not thanks to Joe Biden. It depends on who you ask. I mean, it's not his fault. I mean, everything's just fine, right? There's no issues with inflation, right? Didn't he say that? Something about...
Compared to 2020... we're reducing the size of the deficit relative to our economy by almost 2/3, reducing inflationary pressures.
Does anybody feel like inflationary pressures have been reduced? We have historic inflation. We've got a crisis going on for over a year, and he's telling you that it's not anything you're seeing or feeling. Just ignore everything that's at what? Yeah, so there's that. What else do we have? Should we just take a break? Yeah, let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about some other issues. I think there was more Kamala Harris and some of the things that she had to say yesterday as well. We'll get to that. Audio is confusing as it can be. We have Disney that now wants to challenge Governor DeSantis. Why are they doing that? And what is this about? We'll talk about that coming up and more. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
Joe Biden's plan for America? Recycled leftovers. Time for some right thinking. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Injuries on the job can cause you to lose control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar Levine. Money is not coming in and your medical bills are piling up. Our legal team is here to help. We can help you file all your workers' compensation claims to make sure you get the proper benefits you're entitled to. If you've been injured on the job, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Naples.
Hi, I'm Soren Christensen with Advanced Wealth Advisors. Are you worried about higher taxes now and in the future? Are you looking for opportunities to reduce your taxes and increase your income? I'm a certified financial planner professional with training in investment, retirement, and tax planning. I'll work with you to ensure your financial plan is maximizing all tax reduction opportunities. Visit awadvisors.com to request a consultation and to see the Advanced Wealth Advisors difference. That's awadvisors.com.
Hi, Brad McDaniel here, the second generation of Kenmark Air. For the past 26 years, Kenmark Air has stood for good family morals and values taught to us by our father, Ken McDaniel. Kenmark Air is still dedicated to good, fair, and honest service, just like we've been for nearly 3 decades. So for family-valued service, AC repair, maintenance, and replacement, call Kenmark Air, 239-389-COOL. That's 389-COOL. And tell them Brad asked you to call. Or visit us online at kenmarkair.com. License number CAC 057163.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Hi, Dan Martineau. When it rains in Florida, it really pours. Home without gutters can cause soil, landscape erosion, and potential foundation damage. D.R. Martineau will install new 6 or 7-inch seamless gutters and downspouts. Just Google DRM Roofing.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Rockstar Harley has secured 0% APR financing on all new Harley-Davidsons this week. Rockstar Harley has over 300 Harleys on site, ready for immediate delivery. Finance experts on site to help get you approved. 0% APR on all new Harleys this week at Rockstar Harley. Approved credit and Sunday.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, the Brett AC talk and text line is 239-479-5592. Trying to get the latest from, what's going on with Ukraine, and we're starting to hear a little bit more about the possibility that maybe there's some peace negotiations that are going on, the chance that maybe Zelensky is saying, listen, maybe there's something that we can work out. We can talk about the Donbass region, and maybe if Russia would pull back, then there's a possibility that maybe we can solve this issue. Almost sounds like something that could have been resolved before the border was crossed, but certainly that discussion, at least it's not anything to the effect of peace negotiators or getting poisoned or anything like that. It's not to that degree. I mean, we haven't gotten to the crazy...
Breaking news. A bombshell.
What's that? Oh, yes, we have. Sorry. Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich and Ukrainian peace negotiators suffered symptoms of suspected poisoning earlier this month after a meeting in Kiev. The Wall Street Journal talked about this. Abramovich accepted a Ukrainian request to help negotiate an end to the Russian invasion of Ukraine. And at least 2 senior members of the Ukrainian team were affected. So that was like earlier this month. So that was near the beginning of all of this. The poisoning, what does it say? I guess it was like the eyes were red, skin was peeling. I don't even want to red eyes, peeling skin. I don't know that we need to go. It's kind of breakfast time, so we don't want to get into detail. Let's just say that why is it that every time we talk about Putin and certain individuals that may not be very fond of him, and people that might even politically want to run against him, they end up getting poisoned by something? Is that a thing or?
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Yikes! $100? Paying that much is just a pain in the gas. Get to the gas payoff event at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. Through Monday, buy a new Nissan and we'll pay for your fuel. Not just a tank, not just for a month, but for an entire year. Your gas bill is on us. Plus, trade in your gas guzzler to a fuel-efficient new Nissan or a certified pre-owned Nissan. Sutherland Nissan has tons of models that get over 30 miles per gallon. As the #1 certified pre-owned dealer, you'll find the vehicle you're looking for and pay thousands less. And through Monday only, buy a new Nissan and pay $0 for gas for the next year. Save when you buy, save on the road, and save on gas. Don't miss the gas payoff event through Monday only at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral, your used car megastore. Online at flnissan.com. If you don't shop Sutherland, you'll pay too much.
See dealer for details.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and you know and I know that finding a doctor is one of the most important decisions that you can make in your life for you and your family. And you want to find somebody that's going to promote patient interaction and advocacy above all else. That's why I love Dr. Svetlana Kogan. She's my doctor, and I'm just telling you, it's that personal interaction, that one-on-one, the time that she spends, the huge amount of time going into detail. It's like nothing I've ever seen, and it's that connection that means so much to me. She's got a calming demeanor that'll help you if you've got anxiety about maybe issues that are going on in your life, but you need somebody in your life that you can trust, a physician that will listen. And here's the best part. She'll meet with you face-to-face anytime you need her, no matter where you are. You've got direct contact and complete access to Dr. Kogan. And that's why I love Dr. Svetlana Kogan. Find out more about her practice on 5th Avenue South by going to customlongevity.com. That's customlongevity.com.
With patriotsoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur. I started my first business in the basement of a factory over 30 years ago. We had no heat and no air conditioning. Instead of customers, our office visitors were rats, birds, flies, and snakes. Our office flooded often, and we used blankets as our office walls. We were broke and needed customers. Years later, I formed my 5th successful business, Patriot Software, which has attracted tens of thousands of customers with our easy accounting and payroll software used by accountants and non-accountants alike. Go to patriotsoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of accounting and payroll software free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
Accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The first in-person peace talks in 2 weeks between Russia and Ukraine are happening in Istanbul, Turkey today. Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky says in his nightly address, translated here,
the occupiers are being pushed away from Irpin, pushed away from Kyiv. However, it is too early to talk about a secure situation.
He says Russian troops are regrouping to take territory back. Queen Elizabeth's first public appearance in 5 months. Today's memorial service for her husband, Philip, at Westminster Abbey in London.
Prince Philip married then Princess Elizabeth there in 1947, prior to her becoming queen in 1952. Her coronation was held there the following year. Prince Philip passed away in April last year at age 99, with only a handful of mourners at his funeral due to COVID-19 restrictions.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. About 1,800 invited family members and guests attended the memorial today. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
Still watching traffic stacking up in Cape Coral at the intersection of Del Prado Boulevard South and Veterans Parkway. Del Prado Boulevard southbound direction, all those lanes shut down at that intersection with Veterans. In the northbound direction, only one lane of traffic squeezing by right now. And then nearby our bridges, the Midpoint Bridge slowing down to about 24 miles an hour. The interstate just seeing those normal southbound delays from Alico Road exit heading south throughout Estero. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
Record heat on the way for your Tuesday as highs will be climbing back into the lower 90s for most across southwest Florida. After some patchy fog throughout this morning, lots of sunshine on tap for this afternoon with winds out of the northeast to southwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Dry and clear conditions persist as we head into this evening and tonight. Another mild start to the day for your Wednesday with a low near 65 degrees. We're back to 90 degrees for your Wednesday afternoon high, mostly sunny and breezy, where once again we'll get close to at least tying some records. Thursday keeping it warm with a stray shower back in the mix for our inland areas as the breeze continues to pick up ahead of a system that'll bring us the return of some isolated rain and thunderstorms for Friday and the weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Keeping it right here. We're 92.5 Fox News. And we've been right all along.
Hi, I'm Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. You've heard me say we're the working and retired person's country club. This means coming in for a meal, a drink, or with a party, and we will obtain your complete satisfaction with our food, service, and value. We strive for excellence with your service experience and our food. So on the rare occasion we fall short, tell us and we'll fix it. Plus, at Stevie Tomatoes, there are no pretenses, no attitudes, high prices, or rushing you in or out. Come relax, enjoy yourself, and be yourself. At Stevie's, we love meeting the men and women who currently and in the past work hard to make America great. We appreciate their values, honesty, industriousness, and affection for this great country. So head to Stevie's, where we strive for excellence in everything we do. I guarantee it. In Naples, Fort Myers, and Cape Coral. Come, come, come.
Stevie Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
When you get a call from a top NBA player who was injured in a car crash by a drunk driver and faces a career-ending injury, you know you must bring your A game. And you also feel grateful that your reputation as the world's largest injury firm with hundreds and hundreds of verdicts and billions in recoveries for our clients has been recognized. Results matter, reputation matters, choices matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.com.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at gooddealsappliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Why would someone take a chance on purchasing a frameless shower door from a big box store or an online discounter of an obscure brand, and then try and find a licensed, qualified installer to put it in, when you can deal directly with a local, family-owned business that consults, measures, manufactures, and installs their own award-winning brand of shower doors? My Shower Door is a family-owned and operated business and has the highest ratings on Angie's List and Home Advisor. Want to see more? Go to myshowerdor.com.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit MoranWM.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
Hey, we've got my friend Dave Meister on the phone, of course, with the Floor Meisters, the family-owned Floor Meisters in Naples. And Dave, listen, I know you got a lot of things going on. You're selling a lot of cord tech. That's great, but you got this 8,000 square foot showroom with a selection of carpet that is absolutely unbelievable as well. And the prices right now are pretty amazing. So I hear you got this whole thing going on with Dreamweaver carpet starting at, wait a minute, let me just get this right, at just $1.99 a square foot?
Yes, installed carpet pad and labor, $1.99.
And there's the phones ringing already. Look at that. They're getting excited.
Oh, yeah.
Dave, tell me more about what we've got here.
So we've got a big selection, and this is quite a carpet.
Listen, if you haven't been to the Floor Meisters, you really owe it to yourself to visit their store, 6281 Naples Boulevard, right next to Costco. Whether it's tile, laminate, hardwood, or, of course, carpet, they've got it all. So give them a call today, 239-596-4964, or on the web at floormeisters.com.
Liberals suck. That's why we have Clay and Buck. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Today, noon to 3 on 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
All right, let's do it. Top 5 audio clips of the day. Here we go. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to MoranWM.com.
Drew's 5 at 8:35. Number 5.
President made a hole-in-one, 180-yard 5-iron.
That's great.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. All right, just a little video just to kind of tick some of the liberals off that are listening, the leftists that are listening to the station. It appears as if Donald Trump, the former president of the United States, made a hole-in-one at a golf course in Georgia yesterday. And people are going absolutely nuts. They're beside themselves because somebody made a hole-in-one that just happens to be a Trump, the Trump. Y'all need to calm down a little bit.
Number 4.
That if you drive an electric vehicle, especially when you consider these outrageous gas prices today, if you have a 15-gallon tank, which is the average size of a tank today, and you went to fill it up, on average, if you had paid the average gas price across the country, which is about $3.80, you'd be paying $54 to fill up your tank. That's $54. If you had an electric vehicle that would take you the same distance, about 300 miles, and you plugged it in at home, it would cost you about $12. 54 versus 12. That is a huge savings every time you fill up your car.
Every time you fill up your car. Jake, what's the matter with you? That is Jennifer Granholm, Energy Secretary, who's like, listen, all of you fools out there who continue to fill up your tank with gas, stop doing this. Get out there, get yourself an electric vehicle, go do it now because the savings will be right there before your eyes. Why can't you go out and buy a $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 electric vehicle, Jake? Why don't you just go do it?
So let's do what she did. We'll take the median number for what the average cost is for them to charge up their vehicles.
Yeah.
And it equates to about 35 miles per gallon.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you were to drive a Prius, it's better for the earth and global warming, air quotes, and it also will save you money. So she's wrong. Nice try, though.
When Jake speaks, you listen.
Number 3.
I don't give 2 craps what people feel about this bald head of mine, because guess what? I love it.
Well, it depends on what the situation is. That's a TikTok video that came out just days before the Oscars where Jada Pinkett Smith said, she doesn't give 2, well, you heard the language there, and I just don't think that that's a good way to put it. But she doesn't give 2 hoots about what people think about her hair, and because she loves her bald head and everything is fine. Unless it's Chris Rock, who I guess didn't carry around the medical statements of every person that was there at the Oscars and knew that she has alopecia and said that, and then the smack, and you know the whole thing. I'm just asking questions. It's
Number 2.
Are you worried that other leaders in the world are going to start to doubt that America is back if some of these big things that you say on the world stage keep getting walked back?
What's getting walked back?
It made it sound like, just in the last couple days, it sounded like you told U.S. troops they were going to Ukraine. It sounded like you said it was possible the U.S. would use a chemical weapon, and it sounded like you were calling for regime change in Russia, and we know...
None of the three occurred.
None of the three occurred?
None of the three.
Did not happen. Off with you. Begone, you sir, of horrible tongue. Begone. Somebody carry this mincemeat out of my presence. This odiferous odor of odiferousness. Get him out of my sight. I did not say those things. That's Joe Biden telling Peter Doocy. I didn't say any of those things, except we got the audio and the video, and you did. And I don't. How do you do that?
Number 1.
We will continue to recognize that in the state of Florida, parents have a fundamental role in the education, healthcare, and well-being of their children. We will not move from that. I don't care what corporate media outlets say. I don't care what Hollywood says. I don't care what big corporations say. Here I stand. I'm not backing down.
Hey, you're trying to figure out exactly what leadership sounds like. There you go. There's the governor of the free state of Florida who wanted to let everybody know that the Parents' Rights and Education bill, the one that you've named something else that has nothing to do with what you've named, and you sound really silly when you call it that thing that you're calling it. He signed it and said, hey, listen, if you guys want to fight back or push back against it, it's okay. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. It's not going to change. I just want to let you all know that we're good to go.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
And there are plenty of people that want to push back against the Parents' Rights and Education bill. You would imagine that it was read, that somebody would have read the bill and said, hey, I think maybe we should talk about this because you're calling it the quote-unquote don't say gay bill, but it doesn't say anything about that. So maybe, well, he explained a little bit about that portion of the bill. And
You'll find overwhelmingly Americans oppose injecting this type of material into the classroom of young kids. Americans support the right of parents to be informed and to be able to withhold consent over certain types of medical treatments in school. So they know that, and so that's why they're resorting to some of the narratives. And it hasn't worked, but let's just be clear. It's not just all of them have not read the bill. Many have not. Many have, and many of them want to see this type of stuff.
They want to see this guy. Like, why do they want to? Like, why is it that, for example, Disney is saying Florida House Bill 1557? This is a statement put out by Walt Disney Company. Florida's House Bill 1557, also known as the, quote, don't say gay bill. Okay, right there, you're out. It's like, good night. See you later, everybody. We're done. Thank you. Good night. Have a pleasant night. Please tip your waiters and waitresses on the way out. And don't forget to drive safe. And we'll see you tomorrow where we'll have veal parmesan. It's going to be a great night. Yeah, why? Why are you doing that? That's not what it is. Should never have passed and should never have been signed into law. Our goal as a company is for the law to be repealed by the legislature or struck down in the courts, and we remain committed to supporting the national and state organizations working to achieve that. We're dedicated to standing up for the rights and safety of LGBTQ plus members of the Disney family, as well as the LGBTQ plus community in Florida and across the country. And then the question is asked. Number 1. Can you explain more about the safety and the rights and safety of the community? How does a bill that says you can't teach pre-K to third graders about sexual or gender identity, why is that dangerous? Can you please explain that? Can we go into more detail? Have you read the actual language in the bill? And either you have and you're wrong, or you haven't and you're wrong. So we're just trying to figure it out. The second thing is when you have major corporations coming out and saying this and pushing it to do anything they can to repeal the legislation or will stand on a hill and plant a flag for this issue, then it comes down to you, me, Jake, who's got a pocket full of snacks that he came into the room here and bought all kinds of unhealthy snacks in his pocket, but didn't want me to see the snacks that he brought into the room, which he has to explain why he would sneak in snacks as opposed to just proudly walking in with some celery sticks or something else, but instead has a pocket full of junk. You think I didn't see you? I did see you. You walked in with a pocket filled with junk.
Nah, so what? I'm going to eat it. I don't care.
I know that.
I like chocolate.
That wasn't chocolate, my friend.
Yeah, it was.
Read the ingredients. Anyway, so it's up to Jake, it's up to me, it's up to you to make the decision. Because you do have dollars and your dollars talk, and you have to decide whether you're going to walk a walk and talk a talk. And it's hard, and I'm not saying it's not difficult, but you do have the option of going, you know what? If I spend money at certain places and corporations that disagree with my beliefs and really haven't even read legislation and are going off on saying certain things and using my money to defend a position that's not defendable, in my opinion, then maybe I shouldn't give them my money to defend that position. So that's a tough thing to do. It's a tough thing. I don't know that many people will. It's just the way the world works. But so that's hard. Just asking questions we're allowed to ask. The second thing with regard to this is, have you heard the mom yesterday who was explaining a little bit of the things that were happening in her school?
September of 2020, my daughter told me after school she had a meeting with school officials that was held behind closed doors where they asked her which restroom she wanted to use.
Hold on. Sound familiar? 2020, state of Florida. Sound familiar so far?
Immediately contacted the school and was told by the guidance counselor and assistant principal that I could not be given any information regarding the meeting and that by law, my daughter had to be the one to authorize my notification of the meeting or attendance to the meeting.
That doesn't sound like it's a good thing, does it?
In other words, school officials asked my 13-year-old child her permission as to whether or not my parental rights would be honored. After many weeks of going back and forth with the district, we learned the middle school had created a transgender, gender nonconforming support plan with our 13-year-old daughter without our knowledge or consent.
You're hearing the without knowledge or consent part, right? You hear that. So you're telling me that this is okay with you, those on the left that are listening to this program, and I get your texts and emails, so I know, that you're okay with this, with a family, parents, not being able to know about this. But you don't understand, Drew. These are people that don't, kids that don't want to go to their parents because they're going to be treated a certain way or rejected, or they're not going to be able to speak about this. And it means, well, that's not for you to decide what course their life is going to take. Do you not understand that part? You don't get to make that decision. That's fundamentally what we're talking about here. Is it not?
During the meeting, they asked her questions that could have significantly impacted her safety and her physical and emotional well-being, such as which restroom she preferred to use and which sex she preferred to room with on overnight field trips. The plan also directed school staff to use my daughter's birth name when speaking to us, her parents, and to use a different name in school with teachers, staff, and students.
You're getting this, right? Okay, just one other clip, real fast.
This plan directed school staff to conceal from us that this meeting and plan had ever taken place. When parents are excluded from critical decisions affecting their child's health and well-being at school, it sends the message to children that their parents' input and authority are no longer important. This created a huge wedge between our daughter and us because it sent the message that she needed to be protected from us, not by us.
Boom. Protected from us, not by us. You don't get to make that decision. But school districts, and even here in Southwest Florida, and people here in Southwest Florida, elected officials and the state and nationally feel like, no, they know better than you. And we're told all the time that you can't educate your kids. You don't know how to educate your kid. We are in the education field. We study this. We know all about this. Ask a homeschooler how that works. We'll put that aside for just a second. But you already can't handle that aspect of it. Then when it comes to this aspect of it, the emotional part of this, that you can't handle this either, and so we have to take over. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's a big part of this. And again, don't be cowards by hiding behind statements and tough talk. Come onto this program, go on to other programs, and speak directly to parents that understand that this has been happening, and tell us why you think it's okay to have a pre-K, pre-kindergarten, pre-K to third grader have a conversation with you about gender identity and sex, that you're the one that's got to be able to do it. And you can do it whenever you feel like it. And we don't have a say in this. Please defend that position. And don't be a coward and hide behind statements or go on to other shows and explain to people why it's okay that you're doing this, and not come onto this show or shows on this station and other places and defend that position. You're going to have to do it. All right, 239-479-5592. I guess that part of it's just so frustrating. This is also frustrating, really quick, before we go to break. Over 160 people arrested in Panama City Beach. Spring break crowds are disrupting the area. They're talking about pulling weaponry that's like, you have no idea. It's like an armory, how much ammo and guns that we've pulled from individuals during spring break. Panama City, Miami, all of these places, the curfews. What in the world's going on?
We don't claim that part of Florida.
Well, yeah, again, right. I'm not talking about here, not talking about Fort Myers Beach or anything, but I'm just saying that these other places are just, what in the world is happening?
Cuckoo.
It's crazy. It's supposed to be spring break. Remember when spring break was...
Nope.
Well, yeah, I don't remember a lot of spring break. Is that what you're suggesting, Jay, that you don't remember a lot about your spring break? Why don't you remember? It's just that long ago, right?
Yeah, it's just been so long.
That's all it is. It's nothing else.
Nope.
Nope, not at all.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated. Yes, that's all you need to know. Stay hydrated.
Drink your water.
Okay. And a lot of people are winning. So 2 people here in Southwest Florida won $1 million in a scratch-off game?
Yep.
I keep seeing all this stuff popping up. Not you. Well, it's not you, but because then I wouldn't see him. It's like, where's Jake? There's only 2 things happen. Either he's deathly sick, or he won $1 million in a scratch-off.
Or I got abducted by aliens. That too.
Yeah, because you got your car situations taken care of. All right. Let's talk about something else taken care of. This is a big deal. I hope that you will join us on Friday at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road on Friday. We do our first Fridays of the month, and thank you to everybody who is showing up. But this week is going to be special because we have not 1 but 2 World War II veterans that are turning 100 years of age. So I thought, well, we have to do something. Wouldn't it be great if we did kind of like a surprise birthday party? They're not going to know that anything is happening, but we have some people that are going to pick them up and bring them over at about 8 a.m. on Friday morning. If you could be there just early, maybe around 7:30 a.m. on Friday morning at Oaks Farm, and be there for this, and just so that we can say happy birthday and shake the hands of true heroes. Like living history right before us. And how we haven't had the opportunity to do that, even when you think about honor flight and those return homes, the return home of our heroes back from D.C. when they go to see their memorials for World War II or Korea and Vietnam, and how each and every year we lose more and more of those heroes, and the opportunity to just not only thank them for their service, but to shake their hand. I mean, and celebrate a birthday of not 1 but 2 World War II veterans. It's going to be such a special time. So I hope that you'll tell friends and organizations, come on down, make it a point to be there. I know for many it may be a little bit of a trip, but it's going to be worth it. I promise. Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road will honor our heroes. Coming up on Friday, 2 World War II veterans turning 100 years of age. I mean, only in Southwest Florida. It's not often you hear that. All right, we got to run. So we look forward to seeing you there. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
Need some inspiration? Don't look left. Look right. Here, 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
How often have you heard from your wealth advisor over the last 6 months? Markets have moved up and down, and laws around retirement plans and inheritance have changed quickly. We've heard from too many people at other national financial firms that they've been contacted rarely or not at all. At the Naples Trust Company, our clients enjoy a one-on-one